a black G-Wagon away from. It was far from rap. I was 28 years young, 20 million checks. Bought a couple of mansions, chef for breakfast. 500 in jewelry, chain was magic. Never had it in public, late reaction. 50K to cousins, post the caption. Pray none of my enemies hold me captain. I grieve different.
Waste my time, don't go blowing up my life. It's ain't real and baby, I'm cool. Seen it one too many times. I know how to read the signs. So if you lie, I know the truth. I need to remind you. Nobody comes before you. There's no way that you need more if I'm willing to give you all me. I don't wanna stay somewhere that I'm not on you. You say I didn't want you now. Can you give me loving that me? Now baby, don't go playing with my love and don't make me regret falling in love. Falling in love. So far away, you'll never find my love and don't make me regret falling in love. Falling in love. So tell me how you feel inside. I can see it in your eyes. If you're unsure, then what we gon' do? What we gon' do? All we gotta do is try. See, both ways it's a sacrifice. It ain't only about you. I need to remind you. Nobody comes before you. There's no way that you need more. I'm willing to give you all me. I don't wanna stay somewhere that I'm not wanting you. Can't say I didn't want you now. Can you be the love that I need? Now baby, don't go playing with my love and don't make me regret falling in love. Falling in love. Search far and wide, you'll never find my love and don't make me regret falling in love. Falling in love. Falling in love.
But they say the same damn thing. My niggas paying top dollar to holler. Talking about that pretty brown frame. And I don't mean the Impala that you just hopped out of. Go on about your business. You must be religious. This guy done took her time.
Check.
And you're tired of hearing those same old lines.
Gizmo, did you change your name again?
Something new, I don't need to say to you. And I
What's up, The Bliss? What's up, JV?
wanna get on with you. Something new, I ain't gonna pretend to say new. Something new, I just wanna get home with you. Truth is, I came to know ya. Don't give a damn about the things I told ya. They don't have a clue, but they don't need you like I do. You don't need champagne, rather be held tight and maintained. I wanna know everything about you. None of us are gonna talk to you. Love, something new. We can't look the same. Talk to you or something new. With me, I wanna get on with you. Talk to you or something new. I ain't gonna pretend to look the same. Talk to something new. I just wanna be home with you. With you. Come on. I wanna be the only one on your mind.
What's up, Dollar Water?
I wanna get the chance to spend some time. Can I talk to you?
It's Techlix. What's up, man? It's been a minute. How's everybody doing on this Wednesday? It has been a minute. Hope you're well.
Back outside, boys, toting 70 on the strip, I'm ready to die. Cutting the traction, bend in the corner, then I make shit glide. Try to bring the John, tell me he ain't know how we cha-cha slide. I'll never lose sleep over no bitch, way too much pride. Fill it up in a briefcase, split the shit with the vibes. Breaking them brinks, truck, my right wrist, Van Cleef. I spend days in the east, tryna figure if I'm geek. This bitch tweaking, talk too much while I was geek. Blew my peak, fucking rap, niggas hoes.
Mr. Autismo with the, what was that, 21 months? Oh, hey.
Couple million on my cars, I went Tyson, I'm too nice. Niggas shot me on the street, wanted to talk, so he asked my price. The number was high as me, I ain't gon' lie. I was fucking with this little wall, I think she buy. Tweaking the seats, God is coming back. Back outside, boys, toting 70 on the strip, I'm ready to die. Cutting the traction, bend in the corner, then I make shit glide. Try to bring the John, tell me he ain't know how we cha-cha slide. I'll never lose sleep over no bitch, way too much pride. Fill it up in a briefcase, split the shit with the vibes.
We're keeping you occupied, Nick. Keeping you nice and preggers all the time.
I'm an eye, but I never tell you who. Wagon when she wants, you get on planes, take her too. My member just got out, he's still on paper, still a shoe. Still a shoe. Loving me, stay down just like a roof. She a 10, tryna rap, it's good on me. It's financial, girl, like.
No, your math's not off. A Q&A baby is 7 months, not 9.
She won't do, Drop a can of that shit, that a juice. I know presidents and secret service shit, we down the dump. Who the president, I never voted once. If I did, I would vote Donald Trump. If you play with me, I'm banking out that point. I treat meal tickets like 100 racks. Tweaking the seats, God is coming back. Back outside, boys, toting 70 on the strip, I'm ready to die. Cutting the traction, bend in the corner, then I make shit glide. Try to bring the John, tell me he ain't know how we cha-cha slide. I'll never lose sleep over no bitch, way too much pride. Fill it up in a briefcase, split the shit with the vibes.
How's everybody doing tonight? Throw some waves in the chat if you're just hanging out. We are at the Beecham. Waiting for John Q to do his stage setup. Chilling with some music. Should get started. Switch over camera here shortly.
Yeah, go like a star. Come to the top of the car. Don't know about the lot. You don't know what I done saw. Can't live without it. I keep it stick for the wall. Chase out deposit. Money just stick with the boy.
A lot of model bitches check for me, nigga don't check for me.
unless you got checks with me. I kept a stick like a hobo, no checking me. Way back when D-Lo had the spot in Treasure Street. So many hoes had to get up, I said to me. She left her body home and brought her net to me. I did a walk, the pass in the jet to me. Y'all niggas show price less than my trophy. One of my arms for the ticket. Watch so much that a car came with it. Back in the day, I used to roll with no mask on. Shit on my wrist, I would've killed the whole house full. Then I went to school high, I ain't go to class though. I was with the OGs, learning about the glass though. Got me with the dudes, 5 mama, keep my ass bro. Break yourself, leave his brains on the dash bro. I'm with Sid and Lil Baby, yeah. We got 4 choppers this full. Right before rapping, on God, I was trapping. Still get my Glock and liqueur. I got my cake from Osama Bin Laden. Lil' nigga, he signed this shit. I'm pro a gang, if you reach for my chain, then a nigga gon' die in this bitch. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, wagon, y'all nigga doing that big cap too. I ain't with the friend shit, close thing, y'all get to a handshake and the beat clap too. Yo, mama gon' have to make a GoFundMe, y'all niggas keep doing that sneak jab. Gucci had to kill the whole bunch just to make Young Savage this motherfucking meat jack. Yeah, like a star. Up to the top of the car. You don't know about
What's new and popular things, people? What are we going to talk about while we wait for Q to set up?
Chase out deposit. Don't let you stick with the boys. Cash in and cash out. I am not looking for clout. I knew I would figure it out. I knew. It's a demeanor. Pop the pig on my head in the cloud. Somebody made to bring out a crowd. We got paid, now my family proud. I've been dripping and dripping and dripping and dripping.
Hey. You finished Cyberpunk? It is pretty fucking great. It took you a little while, but it is pretty fucking great. What's new that came out? Oh yeah. You finished out Love, Death, and Robots. Did you made it through all the seasons? Because I now have suggestions for you for other things. New angle, new place. I mean, we haven't been to the beach in a hot second. We're back to being on the floor. What's up, Maseo? I gotta turn on my headphones. I feel like I'm so quiet. How are the levels? Same chum. Yeah, I mean, we've been at 64 North the last 2 months. I think the potential for there to be a bunch of people. So we decided to set up with the couch. He said he was going to come right back. So, which was your favorite Love, Death, Robots episode? I definitely started following. Yeah, Love, Death, and Robots is awesome. So some suggestions. I actually got this from John Q. There's a channel on YouTube called Dust, and it's essentially Love, Death, and Robots. It's a little bit less like sex, violence, and just madness, and a little bit more like put together stories. They're a little bit longer. They're like anywhere between like maybe 15 minutes and I want to say some of them are like 30 minutes. Some of them are like student projects, and it shows. And some of the shorts like are legitimately like you don't want it to end. They're very Pulse of the Machines. The Russian ones, yeah. The robot trips are all pretty great. The guy that did, and I think I told Nick this, the guy that did the very last one of the new season, which was, what was the name of that? Jambaro? I can't remember. He did The Witness from season 1. I think The Witness from season 1 is my absolute favorite. Like, the art style, if you get into it, It's like a mixture of CGI, rotoscoping, like hand done stuff, all on top of actual like they went and shot the entire thing and then they CGI'd it. Really solid. Oh hey, we're all here.
Yep.
Hey, how do our microphones sound? I don't have my headphones on. Chat room.
Nick says pretty good. And this monitor keeps freezing.
Is it just over here? Or
I think
is
it's
it the
yeah. I
stream?
think it's this.
It's just me.
The streaming signal. Yeah, mine hasn't skipped.
So it's just me. Okay. Could it be? Because we're doing a lot. All right. So I'm gonna put my headphones on. Let us know in the stream how we sound. If we sound good.
I'll turn you up a little
You
bit.
have your volume control right here. If you need to turn up or turn down.
Me?
Yep. Yours
Okay.
is right
I
here.
do need a little bit. But that's just for me, right?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
just for you. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah. I feel like we need to turn your microphone up just a little bit
yeah,
too.
because I'm not cuffing. I'm not
Yeah.
cuffing. It's cuffing
Yeah.
season, but I ain't cuffing the
Yeah.
mic.
Hold on. Let's gain a little bit of gain.
What's happening? Yeah, this is my
There it
regular
is.
speaking voice.
Woo.
Yeah, so we sound crispy. We
Yo.
sound crispy.
Shouts out to everybody who's joining us in the chat room. We have a special guest in the building with us. This is a legend.
I ain't special, man.
Now,
We hanging out though.
You're special to me, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm gonna tell everybody. See, you've never heard this before, so this is gonna be
lit,
why.
Lit.
You're special.
You finna bring the feels, bro.
Yeah, you're special to me.
Turn down the lights,
So,
please.
we can do that.
the bromance is starting early.
Yeah, don't play.
Right off
But
the
we have a special guest in the building. Alicio. I don't. You do Alicio Way all the way.
Yeah, it's always been Alicio Way, but
Oh.
you know when you're in a group of about 4 other people,
Yeah.
then you got to keep it short. So Alicio.
Yep.
I just went by that, but yeah, I'm Alicio Way, so we can go by that.
Yeah, just real quick, tell them a little bit about your background, your resume.
Man, the resume.
Yeah.
So I just like to lead with this. I'm 40 years old now. I like to lead with that.
I didn't know you was that much.
Yeah, I'm 40 now.
Damn.
So yeah, man. So I mean, started when I was like I want to say 15 in the band in high school. At Jones High School, I started, of course, playing instruments, and then back then, I'm so old that back then they didn't have beats on YouTube, so they needed cats like me in the hood.
There wasn't no YouTube back then.
You know what I'm saying? So cats like me in the hood, I would make beats at the crib. I would make beats for people, in the hood, and I would actually make beats too for people to do talent shows too.
Okay.
So I would remake like beats that they hear on the radio. I would just remake them on my little 6-track keyboard.
Was it floppy disk?
No, no, it wasn't floppy. So how I would do it though, real talk, is I had a 6-track Casio, and it would let you record 6 tracks. So
Yeah.
one track would be the piano line, one track would be the beat, and one track would be. So I would just make a whole beat, and then once I get the whole beat on the keyboard, then I would record that into a cassette tape.
Word.
And then I would take that cassette tape to school and get paid. So I made
Nice.
beats. That's how I was making beats. And then, when I got a little bit older, when I graduated from high school, I'm like, let me see if I can just make my own beats. And then that's kind of how Trill came about, me making beats and stuff like that. So I'm from, I was in a group called Trill, TREAL.
Don't worry about mine.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not locked down, in Orange County, swing on everybody.
I'll tell you my favorite one though, and it's the season for my favorite song that I randomly sing this around the house.
Let's go.
It's the Girl, I've been digging you for the longest time.
Yeah.
Girl, I've been digging
Man,
you.
I was on a roll. When I made that one, I was on a roll. I was just fed up working this job. I was working at a warehouse. And it's something that we can all do at any point in time. I heard Dave Chappelle say something. He said, "It's the difference between good and great is just a decision.
Yeah.
That we just wake up one morning and say, I'm tired of being good. Let me be great." So that's kind of how I was at that point. I was working at this warehouse, and I'm like, what's stopping me from going hard? Nothing. So I just went to the studio. I literally that night I recorded 5 songs, bro. I'm Not Locked Down was one of them, and that was one of them. And it was called For the Longest Time. And I was tired of being like working for somebody. I recorded 5 songs. One of them got picked up on the radio, which was I'm Not Locked Down, and the rest of them they did pretty decent, but they were like mixtape tracks and show tracks.
Because that's what I heard it on mixtape back. Shouts out to the man DJ Leezy. He
Wow.
did the mixtape Tote the City.
Wow.
And that's so back then I was rapping and stuff. So y'all were on the same mixtapes as us.
Okay.
Like the DJs would put us on the
Yeah.
same mixtape. And then so when we started making beats, we recorded them on floppy disk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you younger than me, ain't
Yeah,
you?
no, but we had hand-me-down stuff.
Wow.
So
wow.
we had to get it how we lit. So we did the floppy disk, and I had
Wow.
like a Windows 98
Wow.
with the floppy disk insert.
Man, these kids don't know. They don't know the struggle, man.
So that's why I asked. I wasn't even dissing when I was like, "Was it on floppy
No,
disk?"
it wasn't. It wasn't. I do remember though. I do keenly remember when I learned like CD burning and more.
Did you
more,
build your own towers?
No, I had my own towers. But no, this was the game changer. When I emailed my first MP3, it was about 2002. And I remember I had some people who wanted some beats, but they was like in California, New York. And this one, SoundClick was big. SoundClick.
Good times.
Yeah.
Dubs Attic on SoundClick.
Yeah, Kane Beats on
Yep.
SoundClick. Yeah, and I was like, I didn't want to put all my beats on the internet, which was a huge mistake. But I was like, let me just see if I can email them. So I was emailing beats, man. That was a good time. This before PayPal was even big. How I got paid, I would have to do Western Union. So I would sell beats for like $1,000. Yeah, I was like, my mom was like, go get a real job. I'm like, I'm getting $1,000 a beat, mom. What you talking about? You know? And that they would have to Western Union me the money. That was, bro, that's crazy.
It's different times.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
you think about it, it's like, how could you even trust that?
Yeah.
In the way the industry works now.
Facts.
It's like if
Facts.
somebody was like, yo, let me Western Union you the money for me. You'll be like, hell no.
Nah,
Out of your mind?
Yeah,
Money
that,
laundering
5% out of my money. Nah,
Come
I'm
on,
good.
man. But
Let me
yeah.
say real quick, we got Joel Sinjo. He's asking, what do you guys call? We are ConsultQnA. We do music reviews. If you hit !submit, you can figure out how to submit. We also got Gloom Formality. Thanks for the follow. And yeah, he did that, so you can submit.
Appreciate it. Y'all make sure y'all share the stream, man. Share the stream.
Yeah, do that.
The far left black guy. Oh, Spaceship was telling.
Spaceship's handling it.
They're spelling your name with a L, but it's Elicio.
Yeah, Eliseo, if you're Spanish, Eliseo, Eliseo. So yeah, all you can
Yeah,
just,
we do reviews for beats. We
Yeah.
do any kind of music that you want.
Yeah, so we go all over the board. I mean, Elicio's a producer, singer, rapper,
all that, man.
multi-faceted person.
All that. Now more
You know.
frequently, I'm just getting into content creation. I believe that was the piece I was really missing, because a lot of times you can be talented, but if you can't display that to the world, you have a problem.
Yeah.
So now I learned the whole video editing, video filming, like what you teach, audio, video, visual, lighting, stuff like that. So now 2023, I'm really gearing on like not only doing the video and the editing part of it, but the music, adding the music back to it. So it should be
Cool.
fun, man.
Very cool.
So, I mean, there's a lot of questions that I want to ask, and hopefully the chat will start.
Let's go.
Because there's a lot of producers and stuff in the chat room, so hopefully they'll start asking some good questions, because you're a body of experience, and it's a different era of experience.
Facts.
And it's a different era of experience into the new era
Yes.
of experience. So,
Yes.
like, there's a bunch of do's and don'ts or things that you did that you can be like, please don't do this.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
so hopefully
A lot of that stuff might not even be relevant, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just think
Maybe-
perspective
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a very
Not only perspective, but just core work ethic, core value stuff is all the same. That's always the same.
Yeah.
But just as far as the technique, the method, a lot of that stuff isn't even relevant no more,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. So, but yeah, but I'm down, man. Whatever. Let's go.
All right. So what we are going to do, so it is about that time. What we usually do is we get a bunch of submissions. We listen to music in between that. We just talk jive and stuff like that. We have people comment. Shouts out to Deidre in the building. I see a Space Jizz here.
What's up?
Nick, Mr. Altismo. So
Nick says, how do you feel about albums? Winks at John Q.
Yeah, I ran about. Yeah. I guess we'll start it off like that. How do you feel about independent artists making albums?
I mean,
Nobody, like, they're indie.
yeah. So
12 songs.
So, I mean, but no, let's be real. So, I mean, I'll start on the devil's advocate side of it, and that is, it still works to some degree. It's still, you have artists who come out and clearly they drop full projects, right? And then you don't hear about the full projects until the breakout single happens or the viral single happens, and then you're like, oh, they got a whole album, a whole 2-3 albums, and that's fine, but. So and that's really good to give your listeners and your audience a back catalog, an experience that they can go really appreciate who you are as an artist. Now, my only caveat to that is, what about just put the marketing strategy together around the single or around the viral moment? But the problem with that is you don't know what's gonna be it.
Yeah.
You don't know what's gonna. So it kind of, it's like a catch-22 to where you kind of got to put a project together just to see what works or what takes off.
So I'm on the side of EPs, to where it's like these are my best bodies of work or
6.
whatever. 3 to 6, 3 to 5,
6.
whatever. These are my best bodies of work. I'm going to market all of them as individuals and everything, and then this collective. But then I'm gonna keep
That's
doing
the safe space. That's the safe space, and that's politically correct. And actually, not only that, but I think smart wise is the best thing to do too, because at the end of the day, so because it takes money, bro.
Yeah,
it takes money. So if you really craft out a EP and it don't work, at least that was only 3 or 6 songs versus 12.
Yeah.
Feels like a whole year worth of.
Yeah.
You feel like I seen artists quit after an album don't work. So EP is a little bit different because, man, like we're sensitive about our like for real. Like so, I feel you on that.
So I rant and rave on this stream about that topic all the time, and everybody hates when I talk about it. And a lot of people come back me on it.
Why do they hate?
Because I tell them, I'm like, independent artists now release albums just for their ego.
Well, hold on. Okay, let's back up. Let's back up just a second. I've been like this for years. Singles. I'm a single guy. Mm-hmm. I'm a single guy all day.
Sounds very familiar.
I'm a single guy because at the end of the day, I just trust my talent and I trust my gift. I could literally I could make a dope single a week. I could really do it a day. But if I just want to really take my time and polish it, a week. That's 50 singles a week. I just got paid from my TuneCore check yesterday, and I was still like, I get this much money still, and I haven't put no music out. I said that to say, what if you're really consistent with singles? You can make 6 figures just putting out singles. None of them ever blow. None of them ever go viral.
So glad you're saying
yes
exactly what I've been stressing. But I just break it because they're like, why not albums? I'm putting all this. I'm putting this blah blah blah. I'm like, well, you got 10 people, maybe 20, maybe 50 right now. That's good, but that's 50. They listen to it. Then what? What do you?
I'm gonna tell you the problem with albums too that I learned the hard way. I put my heart and soul into this album, and I just my blood, sweat, and tears into this album. The problem with albums is people naturally are going to pick the song or two that they like the most. Mm-hmm. And even if the rest of the album is jamming, it gets undershadowed by the songs they like the most.
Yep.
Yeah.
So why don't I just put out EPs or singles, and then you just like those individually the most, and you ain't got even though number 5 is technically better than number 1, you just like number 1 because it's probably more relevant to your life at the time, but I put more energy into number 5. So it's weird. So a lot of your songs get discounted because people naturally gravitate to 1 or 2 songs out of a 10-song project, and the rest of them they don't get the attention they deserve. So
all right, you
you
guys hear it from somebody else. You don't hear it from me anymore. No, they really hate me on that, like on that topic, and they be like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Either you got the money, right, and you got the time and the energy, and you got the persistence to continue dropping albums, or you humble yourself and you just go a different route, which is, both ways work, but it's like, do you want to take the scenic route or not?
I'm always like, go make an album's worth of music, but the way you release it, the strategy that you use, do EPs or singles. And then later on, make it an album.
Man, the way the music is going now, which I'm looking at, songs are 2 minutes max.
Yeah.
You could really just focus on making like real content or short content, because that's what people are doing. They're taking your songs and they're making reels and YouTube shorts and stuff out of them. So if you have oversight and foresight into the trends and what's really going on and what people are really saying and how they're using the slang these days, you could just take constant slang after slang, little saying after saying, and make hits out of those just for reals. And 1.5 minute, 2 minute songs that are replay value heavy. Mm-hmm. Your streams are going up. Like, this is what people who really study music, that's what they really do.
That sounds like that needs to be clipped.
Drake. No, let's give it to Drake.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
It was what, 20 something songs on there. They were all like 2 minutes.
But listen, Drake studies the game. I believe Drake sits down with a pen and a pad and say, what are they saying now? And actually, he just said this. I just heard him say, when he made the 21 Savage album with 21, he said he brought Lil Yachty in. He said Lil Yachty was in on every session. He was like, because I needed Lil Yachty to let me know basically what's going on. Like, Drake ain't stupid. Like, he need that ear to the streets. So it's like the same thing. Like, what are these guys saying? What are they doing? How are they saying it? Boom, boom. And then he goes and make a whole album full of what they're saying, how they're saying, and everything. And it's like, wow, how is this guy still so relevant? Because he's smart. He studied the game.
Yep.
And it's the same thing Beyonce does as well.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%. Like, artists are sitting down crafting albums before doing the research. They're crafting albums before doing their due diligence. And I get that. I'm not saying you have to be a trend writer. You have to, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying at least be able to deliver the music in a way that people can digest it. You know? So that's all.
Yeah.
So we got
a lot of submissions tonight,
We
too.
got Joel Sinjo asked, how does someone make it big in a genre that isn't mainstream? I would probably say know your audience. Know your audience. Know who you're sending out to.
Well, I mean, what is making it big? I think making it big is
Relative.
subjective.
Yeah.
Like, it just depends on what you feel is big. Because just because that genre isn't mainstream, if there's 20,000 people listening to it and you got 10,000 of them, you're big.
Yeah.
You know, and if they're paying, $1 a song or you're getting multiple streams, that's very decent income per month.
It is.
So what is making it big? Are you trying to do make it big as Beyonce? I mean, if you're trying to do pop numbers in a non-pop genre, because pop stands for popular.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
But
mainstream.
Another thing is marketing too, though. How do you make it big in what was the question? How do you make it big in
in a non-mainstream genre? You would
Yeah.
have to make the genre mainstream.
Kinda, but marketing. It's like, who are you targeting?
Right.
Because then it say, like you said, you could be a successful working artist and not necessarily be popular, right? And be making tons of money off of your super fans.
Yeah, Dollar would have just said pop means white. So.
White.
Pop means white.
What's up, Zay? What's up, Father Micah?
Then Space Shit says, I think it depends on what you want out of it too. Because if you're making music to be blown or seen or popping, then ride the trends. But if you're making music for you to tell your story, then you do you.
I tell you what, when you were working at Taco Bell like me, and this is my true story, I was working at Taco Bell, busting my freaking butt, bringing home ridiculously maybe I think per week maybe like $300 a week or something.
Let's talk. I was getting paid $7.17 an hour back then at Sonic.
I'm gonna tell you what success is though. Success is replacing your job money, but not working on the job.
Yeah.
So I know we hear all world traveler and pop music and all this, but if you can replace your $1,000 a week job with music, that's success, bro. Like, let's be real. That's what I've really been doing pretty much all my life. I haven't been making millions of dollars, but I at least been making enough to not justify going to work for somebody.
I mean, we can go down the psychological rabbit hole of the fear of success or measuring success based on somebody else's rather than you having your own measurement of it, and how it honestly takes you to mature to get a measurement of success.
This is true.
Yes. And perspective.
Yeah.
Perspective. Because again, if you're making $500 a week busting your butt, but making that same $500 a week doing something you love, that's success.
Maybe we made it. No,
we made it. And then, but that also frees up your mind and frees up your creativity and frees up everything else on your plate to be like, if I can make $500 a week, I can make $5,000 a week, which you will never do working the job. You can never scale, no matter how hard you work for somebody else, no matter how much you do, bust your butt, they will never pay you more.
Isn't it crazy that when you go out on your own, you make your first 1,000, 1,000's easy after that?
It's mind blowing.
It's crazy.
It's mind blowing.
It's after that, it's I can get 1,000 in a week, and it's 2 years ago you'd have been like, man,
what?
Now I'm getting 100.
It's retarded. But I think every artist needs to feel that. They needs to. I always say on Facebook, I'll be like, once you literally get a legit check for doing something you love to do, your mind just flips. It's like, what? Like, my whole life has been a lie.
You almost feel like you almost feel like you stole something too. It feel like, is this power? Is this what it is?
Me making myself.
I can't tell you how many deposits I got into my account, And I was like, I'm not gonna touch that because
They going take this
if they
back.
take that back, I'm not finna owe the bank. And I like months done went by, and I'm like, bruh, it's still in you. Like, okay, hey, it's mine. So I'm just transfer it to a different account and hold it over there for a little bit.
So because I manage an artist, so one of our last things we did was with Under Armour, and when they deposited the check,
Wow.
he called me and he was just like, "Hey, they just put this in my account."
Wow.
I was like, "Don't touch it." I was like, see if they forget about it. But that was exactly what they said. I was like, wait, what? But I guess they had paid just lump sum, and I was like, we weren't expecting that.
Take your taxes
Yep,
out
so-
and have fun, my boy.
I was like, don't touch it. But yeah,
don't.
that's how it feels. It's kind of crazy. But I mean, we've been talking jive, and I know, like, let's actually get to some reviewing music. I think Space Jit is first.
I
Kim,
think
if
he
you
is
could throw the screen, Kim. Oh, Kim, now you. Kim is feeling a little under the weather. So we going. But yeah, Kim, if you could throw the what is it called? The list. Jesus Christ. The list on screen so people can check that out. Meanwhile, I have to log back in, so that's why I was stalling. Yeah, and then we'll get to some reviews, and then we'll still hopefully chat room has some questions they would like to ask in between. You know, we can
Little
get into
comments,
those.
a lot of little comments and stuff.
on my phone?
Yep. All right, so I think we got Space Jit. Who is it?
Yeah,
Space Jit's up
Space
first,
Jit.
and after that, Dollar Water, then Eclipse, then Misfit. Somebody told me Misfit is their cousin or something like that, and she was like, "Be nice." So we'll see.
So we'll be extra.
Yeah, because I guess he had watched the stream and he was like,
Oh.
"I'm not submitting to them."
Y'all be brutal.
No, we are honest.
Very honest.
But we are also like we teach it, so
Yeah.
it's coming from a perspective where it's like, oh yeah, okay, you're
Y'all some
probably
music theory
Yeah.
dudes, huh?
it's like, yeah, you're probably sitting down, your neck's probably tilted down, like it's stuff like that. And they're like, how did y'all know? And it's like,
Because we know.
so.
That's dope.
And then Alex goes down rabbit holes and stuff. He says, "This is sidechain compressor. This is how you make a compressor."
Oh yeah.
But all right, so we got Space Jip up first. He sent over a track called
Pulsar.
"Know Me."
Paul earlier said, "Yo, so what's up?" He just submitted. Cool.
Okay, we got a bunch of submissions today,
Yeah.
so this should be good, and a lot of love letters too. I love seeing love letters.
Good.
All right, so Space Jit sent over something called "Know Me." He said lyrics are in the description. Maybe.
Dollar Water, we're working on something like that.
Let me turn this.
Not
up
skip
so-
the line technically, but a form of it.
Word. All right, so let's check this out right here.
Hey.
I feel like no one really know me. Yeah, brother, I play basketball like when that's on me. Yeah. In the back of the class, I moved up 'cause I know you like. Yeah, I ain't playing no tag with you, so that you just fall. Yeah, I ain't playing no tag with you, so that you just entertain. Yeah, and I know we gon' link up soon. I got all the time for waiting. I don't really know thing about you. I'm really money chase. Yeah, I like getting high, and I like falling.
If something comes to your mind mid-song, just let me know. We can stop it and stuff. Just give me a signal or something. If something comes to your head or whatever.
Well, I'll say this. When it comes to artistic expression, especially as of late, I would say over the last 3 years, sometimes it's hard to understand what artists are saying. But that's their artistic expression.
Yep.
So it's like you can't knock that too much because there might be a crowd or lane or audience for that we're not aware of. So. And I'll just say, I had to say that before I say what I say next.
Okay.
I can't understand what he's saying. And I'm trying to figure out what he's saying. But again, that may work for him. Me, I don't understand what he's saying. So as a new listener, I'm like, I don't like squinting my ears trying to hear, like, what is he saying? So squint my ears. Yeah, my eyes, my ears, whatever. Like, but yeah, I just can't really understand what he's saying. But go ahead. It might open
So,
up.
he put the lyrics in the description.
Thank
though,
you for
so.
following Fatal
Oh, lips.
Magizo or something. I don't know.
All right, listen.
This Yeah, I've been touching the world, wanna touch the world this time. Yeah, everywhere got different girls, I just wanna see what's up. Yeah, I like to keep this shit going, keep the money up. Yeah, I ain't thinking about nothing, but it quit me inside. Yeah, I feel like no one really know me. Yeah, brother off of basketball, I was that's for yeah, in the back of the class, I moved up cause I know you like. Yeah, I ain't playing no side with you, shorty, you just an insane. Ain't no that tag on me, yeah, I keep it blind. But I wanna feel that shit, my blood seep out my veins. Yeah, and I only grab ladies with no one for you. And if I'm not, then I'm probably fucking you. Yeah, I feel like no one really know me. Yeah, but off of basketball, I was that's for yeah. Ain't no back for the class, I moved up cause I know you like. Yeah, I ain't playing no side with you, so we just fun.
All right, with that SoundCloud exit right there.
Delaware says he just got himself an ass in origin today. Congratulations.
Yep. And they say Space Jet uses the Blue Yeti just to troll me.
Just to troll.
Literally the worst microphone ever.
Yeah, I think the overall vibe of it was dope. You know, like I'm big on vibes, right? So like the overall vibe of it, like if I just kind of like I don't care about what he's saying, and I just like close my eyes and just like I could vibe with it. It was a vibe for sure. So,
there you go.
Will it cross over mainstream? Is it like a radio single? I mean, it may need some fine tuning on that end, but I think the overall vibe, that's the hardest part, in my opinion, for an artist, is to get the vibe right. Like get people jamming even when they don't know what you're saying, or even when whatever, they still like I can close my eyes and still bop to it. So that's boppable for sure. It just needs some. I think it needs some tweaking though a little bit.
Yeah, I think Space Jet will create a cult following underneath, and we tell him this all the time.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Like, with his sound, he'll have a cult following. It just takes the discovery on the TikTok type platform with the shorts and I don't know, like he's doing an aesthetic where it has like these elf kind of anime girls who are just thick as hell, but I'm like I don't know how that will translate to TikTok. Like I don't know, something has to be done where it's like, okay, this is the image of this sound that people are starting to repeat and replicate on TikTok, and then that will create the cult following where he'll sell out like the social where it's 400 people and you'll be like, I've never heard of this guy.
Well, in that case, he needs to. I always say he needs to let the algorithm do the work for him. Then, and how he does that is he puts out clips of his music online consistently. I'm talking two or three clips a day, consistently, right? And then, believe it or not, these platforms want us to be successful. So these platforms actually push the content based off other people's other viewership and their other habits. They push artists' content to new viewers. So I mean, if he's not consistent on social media, it's gonna be hard for him to find his audience. Once he gets consistent on social media, the algorithm will totally find his audience for him. They do it all the time.
Oh,
yeah.
That's his cult-like following right there. He just has to be consistent online.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
There you
Well,
go.
let's look at what the chat's saying.
Nand also got an Aston Spirit now. Congratulations.
We have reviewed one song and Q still hates albums. Yeah, well. Well, you know. We're moving along. We're going quickly. You know, there's a lot of gems being dropped right here. So, Maceo's in the building. I'm back. What he missed? Alex, you got anything you want to add to that?
I think that he submitted last week. Was it last week?
I don't.
One of the weeks, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, that his vocal chain sounded really crisp and good, and even though he was still making those sounds, they sounded really nice. I feel like this might be a small step back, a little bit muddier, a little bit like purposefully, like we don't know what it sounds like you're recording through a sock. So maybe revisit some older vocal chains. Yeah,
That's a vocal chain.
We've built them on the stream before.
Yeah,
Told people how to build them and do
That's what's up.
Yep, nerd juice is all over.
Oh
the shit.
yes,
But
I'm jealous. These artists got vocal chains.
Oh yeah.
We didn't have none of that. What's a vocal chain?
What's a vocal chain?
Oh, that's the thing to go around your neck with jewelry with a V on it? Nah, but yeah, vocal chains, they're a hack for sure. They're a hack for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Well, shouts out to Space Jit. We got a lot of submissions, so we're going to keep it rolling. But shouts out to Space Jit. If y'all do have questions or anything y'all want to add or a review for Space Jit, please feel free to share it in the chat room. You guys can review stuff as well. You can also ask us questions. We are reading the chat room. It is going pretty fast. Alicia, if you see something in the chat you want to address, just say it,
For sure.
Jump in there. Alex, you're doing a great job. I can't really read from over here.
Moderating this little chat.
Yeah. But up next, so shouts out to Space Jit again for that. Space Jit, throw your ats in the chat room. Hopefully you like that advice.
Yeah.
There it is. All right, up next we got Dollar Water. He sent over a track called Buki Blues, and Dollar Water said his daughter turns 5 tomorrow.
Hey.
And his birthday, he's turning 32 or something in like a few days. I didn't really get to read it correctly.
And he got his microphone. Man.
Yeah.
He's got all the good things.
Oh, it's called Buki. Okay. But shouts out to Dollar Water. Birthday coming up. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. And also happy birthday to your daughter. Shouts out to y'all. He sent over a love letter, too. He said, another song I made for these bi-weekly Reddit track battles.
Oh, cool.
I've been challenged to be more vulnerable with my music. So here it goes. I hope y'all enjoy the holidays however you choose to celebrate. God bless. Okay. Well, shouts out to you. Let's check this out. I'm interested to see what it means by be more vulnerable in your music. Because I felt like you were very vulnerable in your music already, especially with your lyricism. So we about to be Michael Jackson on when he starts crying at the end of the Free Willy song. Hold me. If y'all have never got to the end of that song, because the song's like 7 minutes long, one of my favorite songs, Michael Jackson is literally crying at the end of that song. I don't know who hurt him, but they should have never hurt him. It's one of the most beautiful songs.
They say Drake, he was the king of vulnerability, but now Mike been the king of vulnerability.
I know, man. Yeah. Mike cried on songs. I swear he was crying. All right, so Buki Blues. Let's check this one out.
Buki Blue, go on, Buki. Oh, Bo-Key Blues.
Is it Bo-Key?
Yeah, that's Bo-Key.
Bo-Key?
That's Bo-Key. You don't see two O's in that. Other than Boo. There's one Bo.
Look,
like,
I'm telling
he
you,
must be from Sanford, Florida.
He is.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's Bo-Key. The man said Bo-Key. I got you, bruh. Bo-Key, bruh. He put it in the chat, too. Bo-Key.
I didn't see that. I saw.
You don't know Sanford? That's Bo-Key? That's the hood. Yeah.
So is it?
Yeah, the hood part is called Bo-Key.
Word. I ain't know that. You been there?
Yeah, I got people over there.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm from 21 Jump.
Okay, y'all might know each other.
We did a whole, like, Inner Orange County was, I don't think we put, because they ain't in Orange County. That's why we didn't put Bo-Key in Inner Orange County, because we did all the hoods in Orange County. But,
okay.
Yeah. All right, bro, you got to represent now, dog. Bo-Key. Let's go.
Keep your head high. Gotta 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 keep your head high for them blessings in the grave. Cause sometimes the sunshine in the rain. I know it seem hard dealing with them cloudy days. Just know it gets better. Keep it pushing through the pain. Gotta keep your head high for them blessings in the grave. Cause sometimes the sunshine in the rain. I know it seem hard dealing with them cloudy days. Just know it gets better. Never change a thing. They diagnosed me with depression in the 7th grade. Was probably fine, but they were used to children of my shade. They gave me every antidepressant that you can name. Put me in counseling, but really ain't help a thing. They had the nerve to teach drug resistance education. Yet every day creating addicts all around the nation. I went from making honor roll to in and out detention, which had them questioning my supervision. All of a sudden DCF start coming around and asking all these questions. Like what your mama had and I ain't had the slightest guesses. I didn't tell them, but she had me gone for 7 months. And left me stuck in a family she ain't never won. But I just bottled my emotions, dealt with them alone. Homies knocking, I just acted like I wasn't home. Took me 20 years to love again. If I could talk to that younger me, I'd help him understand. Gotta keep your head high for them blessings.
Hold up, Eclipse. You don't need to put this on DSPs yet. He has some stuff to do with the vocals fixing. So not yet, but
in the gray.
I like that you guys like this.
Cause sometimes the sunshine in the rain. I know it seem hard dealing with them cloudy days. Just know it gets better. Keep it pushing through the pain. Gotta keep your head high for them blessings.
whenever you have your vocals mixed like that, it automatically dates the song, right? Because they don't mix vocals like that no more. What I mean is, like, I have these in-ear monitors on. This is actually what I mix with at home too, and I hear your vocals like over here, and I hear it over here, and I don't know if there's like a weird like pan or flanger or something like that going on. So like they just that style, I don't know, in my opinion, that style of vocal mixing is out now. You know what I'm saying? It kind of, to me, it takes me back. This song, even though I love the storytelling, so nothing knocking on the song, but as soon as I hear vocals mixed like this, we're in 2022, it automatically takes me back to 2015 or earlier, right? And you don't necessarily want your song, the first impression, to be like, oh, it's kind of, it sounds good, but it's dated. You know, dated mixing on that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what do you feel? Like, am I way off on that?
No, you're not way off. I almost feel it's like you can have this sound, the gritty sound, like the vinyl distortion sound, because it is like lo-fi-ish. But there's what he's doing is it's like those layers are too high. Yeah, the left-right layer. So
facts.
It sounds like it's bouncing.
It's a little distracting too, though.
Yeah,
it's a little distracting.
And then I think there's also a delay on it too that's adding to the effect of it sounding like it's bouncing from ear to ear.
Facts.
So I would say either turn those two on the side that you have down more.
Facts.
Don't put a delay on those. Put the delay on the main one that's in the middle. Push it up in the middle. And
you don't need delay on your back tracks, on your ad lib tracks or whatever, the dubs. Yeah. You don't need delay on that. It actually muddies the song. It muddies up the song. So I love that feedback.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. So, but the storytelling is phenomenal. I love the storytelling.
Storytelling is really like, damn, nigga, you went through this? I know you, bro. I ain't know. You need a hug the next time I see you. God damn. I guess this is what they meant, because I felt you already rapped about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But let's listen to some more.
Is in the gray, cause sometimes the sunshine in the rain. I know it seem hard dealing with them cloudy days. Just know it gets better, it never change a thing. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But if I could ever talk with that little kid again, I let him know there's nothing wrong with being different. Don't worry about whether or not you fit in with your friends. Be vigilant of where you are and who you choose to follow. That girl you love, that mean the world won't be around tomorrow. Don't let nobody count your pockets, in the end you all broke. The road trips can wait, one day you live in Colorado. Remember when you thought your pen had you popping local? I got some news for you, buddy, yo, we took it global. Even open up for Jada Kiss and Styles P. If you don't hear from nobody else, I'm proud of me. I know you young and full of cum, but take care of your body. Even if it means you gotta miss a couple parties. Most of all, keep your bond what you can. If you don't remember nothing else, I hope you part with this. Gotta keep your head high for them blessings in the gray. Cause sometimes the sunshine in the rain. I know it seem hard dealing with them cloudy days. Just know it gets better, keep it pushing through the pain. Gotta keep your head high for them blessings in the gray. Cause sometimes the sunshine in the rain. I know it seem hard dealing with them cloudy days. Just know it gets better and never change a thing. Keep your head high. Gotta 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 keep your head high.
Okay. So Dollar Water says I have a very bad habit of doing that on the ad libs and dubs, like, by keeping them up. I have a suggestion. I think Dollar Water should work with Eclipse. Eclipse is a producer.
Yeah.
Dollar Water and Eclipse. I know you did this for the Reddit challenge, which I think is dope.
Yeah.
Dope for that.
Yeah, it's one of those things I had a bad habit of doing too. Like, because you're recording your vocals, you're like, I want to hear them and I want to do all this funky stuff with them and I want to just make sure they're like, but over the last few years, it's like less is more when it comes to vocals. Mm-hmm. And I kind of hated that, bro. I was fighting that myself. I'm like, I'm used to like dubs and backtracks and all type of ad libs and stuff. But then you listen to what's really charting, what's really taking off. Not saying that we have to trend ride or not saying we have to be like mainstream, but what at least what the mainstream does is it tunes the mass audience. It tunes their ears reluctantly to what is kind of like hot or whatever, or what needs to sound, what it kind of, it tricks the mass audience into being like, well, that's kind of how your vocals need to sound too. And you're like, well, I don't really want vocals to sound like that, but you kind of got to at least give a little. And I said all that to say, yeah, just dial back some of the effects on the backtracks, dial back some of the extra stuff, because this is just slightly distracting, slightly dated technique, I think.
All right.
I will say, I was going to say something about all the backing stuff, but you guys
beat it into the
got that one.
Sorry.
No. I'm glad. I don't have to talk about it. But I will say you did something in the kind of psychoacoustic realm, whether you know it or not, which was to start off your song with the backing tracks first, And so you hear that, and kind of your first initial impression right off the bat is like, oh, I got to turn this up. My first initial impression is like, I got to turn this up, which is good because that means people are turning up the song. So when it hits, it's in that like loud range. So people are like, oh, I really like this. And I feel like perhaps it worked to the chat room, but if not, a lot of people were like, yeah, paying attention to it. So really good technique there.
That's smart.
What?
Blocked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Somebody said something crazy?
It was a bot.
Oh, a bot?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
All right. So, yeah, man. So, shouts out to Dollar Water for that track, man. Again, people in the chat room, y'all just in there hanging out, nobody talking, which is okay. Again, like I said, I love the silent viewers because that means we're doing a fantastic job and y'all have nothing to say about us and y'all are just entertained. But if you are in here, please give them some feedback. We're just 3 opinions on the chat on the couch. You guys can be multiple opinions, and that all helps everybody.
I thought that was bad because people switch songs when it's quiet. The psychoacoustic part is building it. Like if you're in the middle of a song and it's quiet and you've been listening for like a minute and you're like, I'm not feeling it. But if you can kind of trick people into pulling up the volume a little bit, louder is always better.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the loudness war. So if you can trick people and make it louder, they're going to inadvertently like it more.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, there you go.
All right. So, shouts out to Dollar Water for that.
You're playing Sonic. Which Sonic are you playing?
Up next is actually Eclipse. So, this is who I was saying y'all should work together on stuff. Eclipse sent over a track called Attention. He says, yo, I made this flip out of Schoolboy Q's song called Attention. That was on his last album, Crash Talk. 3 years ago, I was originally going to send my beat out as an instrumental, but his vocals kind of sounded fire on it. What do you think? All right, let's check it out. It's a WAV file, so let's hope it loads.
Nick, I think taking some time to explore the realms outside of music and learning new things can be inspirational for the world inside of music if you're hitting some writer's block or not feeling motivated. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember if you were there, but yeah, like if you're not feeling it, like music, sometimes stepping back and just being like, get into something new and then be like, I'm going to be shitty at this new thing, and where people aren't going to judge me if I'm shitty at it.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was when Brittany Elise was here, where it was like, go get experiences and perspective and just do different things.
Right.
You never know. Inspiration sometimes just comes from the most random thing, random conversation or whatever.
Sometimes that's a spark for you to be like, I'm going to go play some music now.
Yeah.
Sonic Unleashed. That's
a
good one.
So let's check out this track called Attention. It's a Schoolboy Q flip. Eclipse made the beat.
Front row at the Grammys, I'm getting praise from Jay. Fuck about this award, I'm happy he know my name. Favorite rapper Nas been told me that I'm the best. Had a couple sessions with Dre, knew I would win. Alchemist my favorite producer and he my friend. All this love from the race, put my passion in pen. Let me tell you about this story when Quincy died, that started. I left jail, house arrest, and now ever since I've been starving. You know pain on mama's face when I ask and call me a loser. Ain't achieved shit, a son quit sports to become a grip. Another single mother that failed, lost a son in the mix. Working hard through all our problems, her son just couldn't be fixed. Got a house arrest to sprinkle some orange in my blue shoes. Nigga ask traffic, baby deuce, yeah, and T2. Baby love, baby spank, big spank. Big food, first big side originals. You ain't gotta recruit. Connie Smack, Floyd, G-Strap, nigga the main crew. Flossy B was locked in, but was normal, he came through. Nigga 51st and 5th.
I see Dollar Order saying this don't sound like a flip. The only reason it sounds like a flip is because of how low the vocals are in the beat overall. Mm-hmm. Like the vocals, you can tell like the vocals were placed in there because they would actually be sitting up a little bit more. Probably like 3 to 6 decibels more. While right now it's sitting underneath, definitely underneath the kick, definitely underneath the snare, definitely underneath the little
ride.
Yeah, the ride.
Yeah, that ride
which
is so loud.
I actually love the ride. It is loud, but I love the.
I kind of wish it was panned like just slightly right, just a little bit. Just get it out of the center, just a little bit. Anyway, personal.
Back to it.
On the corner, mayhem was slaughtered months later. Like the shit ain't happened. I'm with my daughter at the laundromat. The shots rang off. I ducked to the back, wishing for a strap. But hear more fire from Tiny Rat. Got the devil on my side while the Lord been pushing me over. I can finally understand why my uncles was never sober. Deadbeat, dad on the gas, that gas my motor. Either grab the mic, nigga grab the same bitch stole her. I can easily tell my story now and climb from this moment. Just imagine joy hopes if I die next morning. Just imagine some of these rappers that ain't had you. The godfather of the street shit that gave y'all truth. From Pop Snoop, corrupt ass bitch, I'm deja vu. You see my homie in the hood, cause I hate y'all too. Oh.
Eclipse's kicks just sound like they're clipping, cause they are, but
It's the Eclipse sound. Baywana, thank you for the follow.
I'm gonna do a fade out right here, unless it change. I love that bass right there.
Yeah. Good. That's like you said, his vocals are a little under the beat. You know, that might be how he wanted it, but it's kind of refreshing to hear this kind of track because I remember when I was young listening to I don't know why this reminded me of like what was that clique that Nas used to rap with? It was like a group that they were in. I don't remember, but the other dude, AZ and all them.
Oh, AZ. Damn.
Was it AZ?
I don't remember.
Yeah, but just that whole era, like I remember I used to like listen to that type of music and just get in the zone, and it just kind of reminded me of that. So it's refreshing to hear, like out of all the trap stuff going on. Yeah, the Firm. That's what it was. This reminded me of the Firm. You invited to the barbecue, man.
That's help from the chat.
Oh, that's help from the chat. Okay, I'm finna say it. Yeah,
Although
the Firm.
I do remember that time period, and I do enjoy the music from that time period.
I remember on like keenly because music always did a thing where it kind of took me somewhere mentally. So I just remember on the bus, my mom would never let me listen to that type of music, but I was always sneak listening to it. I'd be on the school bus and I would have a Firm on, and I'd be like, man, this is taking me somewhere. So I just close my eyes, and that's something I do when I listen to music. I close my eyes and see where it takes me, and that just kind of took me back to those days. The Firm. So that's just refreshing to hear that out of all the trap stuff going on, out of all the other stuff going on, that you still got people who still channeling that type of vibe and really doing that good. So and he does it well. So good stuff.
Yeah.
Man.
So he took Schoolboy Q's vocals and he made the beat. So he just put Schoolboy Q's vocals over it because he was like he thinks it sounds dope.
Oh, that was Schoolboy Q rapping?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he did a flip because he was just like, I made the beat and this sounds dope because he was going to release it as an instrumental.
Oh, that beat's amazing then, bro. Like you could legit shop that to a lot of guys who still do that type of music in the industry. I mean, it's not mainstream, but it's still like you still get a good check from it, you know. So I like it.
Yeah, and just letting everybody in the chat know that we got Alicio.
Alex is now uninvited. Well, that quick, boy. It's the record for invite and uninvite, boy.
Yeah. I just want everybody in the chat room to know that
hosting the cookouts. Okay.
We got Alicio for about 20 more minutes, so if y'all do have any more questions, please throw them in the chat room for him. Again, he was in the legendary group. I say legendary. Or
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Legendary group, man. TREAL.
Hey.
And like I said, why it's special why it's special to me is because I think I was 15 when y'all came out.
What?
Yeah. Well, I think I was 15, 16 when y'all came out. So we looked at y'all as where we want it to be.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we were like, if they know who we are, we made it. For real. And I'm like, now look, we on the same couch together.
That's crazy. No, I did a song with.
With Kate, but that was still. But I'm saying when I first started, we were looking. We were like, hey man, Trill, okay.
Yeah.
Like because the style of music we was doing was influenced by Crime Mob, y'all, and just the crunk era.
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
so. And then it's like full circle. When you did it with KB, it was like I still didn't meet you.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh shit, KB, oh shit.
Yeah. No, I would always do that. Like for some reason, when I was younger and I like wanted to work with people, it was like I always felt like it was unattainable to work with people who I really looked up to. So I made it my business, bro. I made it my business. Like even when people started looking up to me to like work with people who were kind of coming up too. Yeah. So that was just my thing. Like even now. now, like I get back into music, I could legit blow, and you know, hopefully I had the time and the resources to do that. But I would love to just reach back out to artists like the guy we just played and be like, hey man, I like your stuff. Let me hook you up with like a dude, or let me do a record with you or something like that. So I just love networking with people. So that's what that was with KB. Like he sent me something. I'm like, it sounds good. Let's do it. You know.
Yeah, man. I remember we were trying to we were like, man, if the strangers know who we are, we made it. You remember them?
Man.
The Strangees.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good times, man.
Thank you for following TLT Music.
Also, throw your ats in the chat room. Say them out for people to follow you guys. I don't even think we did that.
Yeah, it's just at Eliseo Way, ELISEO. Yeah, everybody, yeah, that'd be dope. Y'all screenshot this live stream on your phone, or y'all just take a picture of the live stream and then at me on Instagram, or shoot it in your stories, post it in your stories, and then I'll reshare it in my stories and tell people to follow you.
Nice, and I think I got it correct in chat.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't see.
Yeah, that's right.
I put it in every single chat, so it's at Eliseo Way.
Yeah,
and make sure you follow him. Do what he said.
Yeah, y'all
repost and stuff.
Yeah, I'll repost y'all, man. I appreciate it, man. So if y'all got any questions, y'all hit me up.
Hey, girl, I'm telling you, man. I felt like that song didn't get.
We didn't put it out. We never put it out.
Really?
No, we never put it out because it was a Billy Joel song. So how can you? Yeah, even when I produced a song for Big Sean, I produced My Hometown, which was the record that I feel like really got him his big deal, because he did the Finally Famous mixtape series.
Yeah.
And he did the last Finally Famous mixtape. He emailed me because I did My Hometown. It was a flip from Adele. And then he emailed me like, man, I love that. I'm going to do one for Detroit. And I'm like, boom. He did it and got a deal. That's when he came out his Finally Famous album. You know.
Okay.
But we couldn't put that out because it was a sample from Adele. So a lot of the stuff I did sample or pull from someone else, and I just couldn't put it out because it was flips.
Well, can we talk about sample game then versus sample game now? Like when it comes to clearing, how did it work then versus how does it work now? Do you feel it's easier? Do you feel it's attainable now?
I think it's what the hood law is.
Mail it to yourself now.
Not even that. The hood law is if I flip your song and it gets big enough to get your attention, I made it. Yeah. Well done. I don't care if you think about Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD flipped that sample.
That one.
That was it. It was one of them.
Yeah.
He flipped that sample, made millions. Now Sting, was his name Sting, came in and took all the money. He didn't leave Juice WRLD none of the money.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was like, I want everything. Juice WRLD was like, Juice WRLD went on Twitter and was like, this took all my money. Well, from that song anyway. Yeah. But that was just, think about it, that was just a piece of the pie that he had done built. So I mean, going back to my point, I feel like if you flip a song good enough, for even if they come take all the money, you still got the notoriety. You still made it because now you have a brand. One, and two, to answer your question more specifically, it is easier to sample now, and it is easier to get it cleared because they have whole writers performance programs now that you can submit the sample and things like that. So it's way easier to get the stuff. It just really comes down to the artist or the publishing. Do they want their name associated with whatever you're doing?
And Kurt Franklin usually never wants his name associated with any flips of his music that is like secular.
He's an idiot. Because think about it, I'm a Christian too, but I want to reach the world. I want to take the gospel to the world. So what better way to do that than to let some people flip my song?
I don't know. He usually hates it.
Yeah, he's weird. He's a weirdo. But we all know that though.
He will not clear stuff. He will be like, no. There was a disagreement with him and the dude who did a flip of one of his songs, and then they bought like one of the artists I was helping out. They brought him into the mix, and he was like, I don't, because it was Shade Room had did a whole thing on it, and we responded with, it's like, we don't put those out, they're out for free, like they're not put out officially.
What can you do?
Yeah.
You can do nothing. I come sample your song, right? And low key, I could be making money off it now, because now there's so many ways for me to put a paywall up, pay me $1 to get this song, and I done made $100,000 off of it, and
Patreon.
now you really can't do nothing.
Patreon.
So you might as well just go with the flow and sample it, and let's get this big money.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah. He said, bro, what? That Hometown track was one of my first songs I chopped and looped to rap to. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you go on YouTube and type in Big Sean, My Hometown, then yeah, that song, you'll hear my tag in the beginning. It says, I think TREAL. At that time, it was TREAL. Yeah, that's crazy.
All right. It was Uncle Luke, for Christ's sake.
It was Uncle Luke.
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh,
He did it. It was like a. It's not the Uncle Luke from Miami. It's a different Uncle
Oh,
Luke.
okay.
Yeah, it's a comedian, more Uncle Luke guy.
He said
Yeah.
he was finna pop it for Jesus, huh?
Yeah, it was something like that though. And so Kurt Franklin wasn't with it at all.
He wasn't with it.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, but again, chat room. I'm trying to think. I think Nick sent me a question, but I don't know if he asked it in the chat room because I don't know. I'm gonna have to try to find it.
Well, that's cool. We got 15 minutes. Let's check out another track and then get some questions in the chat bars.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there. We'll see what we got there.
All right, so up next we got Misfit. Again, I remember I think Tiffy told me this is her cousin.
Ooh.
And she was like, he checked out the stream and when he heard us review other people's, he was like, I'm not sending my music. But now he was like, I got it mixed and all of that stuff, so now he's sending it.
Wait, yeah. Okay.
He said this is out on all platforms. Thanks for listening. So this track is called IDFY. And let's check it out.
If it loads.
I like the intro.
Lately it feels like we not on the same page. Crazy cause you said you felt the same way. Take you out the hood, put you on front pages. But you would rather lay all day and I don't understand why you say I ain't your man. Made me promise to stay close. Now I see that you were playing. You told my mama that you loved her. Girl, that wasn't even play. Your sister told me happy birthday and I didn't even give no damn. Cause I'm not near, no, I don't feel you. And don't call for me, I won't hear you. All I know is disconnected, baby. You're in my.
It almost sounds like Don Toliver without effects to me.
Huh, I can hear it.
Like, and when he did the harmonies and stuff, I was like, that sounds very Don Toliver. But not like now with the main vocals, it doesn't have those tuning effects, and I almost feel like it needs it because I'm not really fancy on what key he's singing in right now. But we can keep playing. You had any?
I mean, it's got a lot more good going for it than bad. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going.
I review, so I don't feel you. You were kissing my lips with your eyes closed, and you were either naked or in my clothes. We both would get high to fight our lows. You said not to trust you, and I know you fell in love with my dick, that's okay. You too unstable, you gon' run away. I ain't been a racer, pick up your pace. Don't be ashamed, I know you miss how I gave you face. But I ask you, you went all the way to third base. Wanted to kill you on this, but you know it's the case. You a pretty little bitch, but I'm not finna chase. Tell that boy take my place. Cause I'm not near, no, I don't feel you. And don't call for me, I won't hear you. All I know is disconnected, baby. You're in my rear view, so I don't feel you.
So shouts out to Misfit for that track. IDFY, I Don't Feel You. And yeah, I really like the chorus, like the sound of the chorus with the harmonies and melodies that he's doing, and the effects. I think overall all the vocals are too loud.
Yes.
The first verse part, I feel like it was lacking a little bit, and that's why I was like,
yeah, that's my feedback. The verses were, it got predictable.
Yeah.
So I would have loved to see him flip it vocally, right? Cause once your song get predictable, then people start like losing interest. And not saying it's a bad song, but it would have been nice for when he's doing the whole melody, that dun, 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 and it's like what Don Toliver would do, or they would like they would just do something totally different. It's like, because people, you have to understand, man, people start getting disengaged when they hear the same flow or the same monotone for too long. They get on their phone, they're listening, but they're scrolling now. They're not really in tune. So you have to draw people back in with something totally different vocally. Like, take it up, change up the melody, change up the rhythm, you know. So I may sound like I'm being a little hard on this song because the song has potential.
Yeah.
So those are the songs that you really got to critique. Like, man, this song has potential, so you really got to, I think you should go back in and redo your verses and really just take the verses up a notch. Because the beat is good and the hook is good. But I think the verses are lacking.
This is Gizmo's new thing. No soul, mad feelings. Yep.
Okay.
He says he should use Little Altar Boy on the high pitches. I was actually going to mention Little Altar Boy because I feel like that's what is pushing some of the lows and the highs. But I think what you guys said is right. Like, get some actual like delivery in there.
Facts.
Yeah. And then you can do the pitch stuff and the cool stuff. Yeah.
All right. So shouts out to Misfit for that. That track is called I Don't Feel You.
Favorite song I heard tonight, though. My favorite.
Word.
Tonight.
Well, up next we got Maceo. Maceo is from Orlando. He sent over this track called Worldwide. It's a working title.
Is that Maceo or Maceo?
Maceo.
I don't know. It could be Maceo. It could be Maceo.
It's Maceo.
Oh, okay.
Is it? Wait, no. It's Maceo. Yeah. No, I used to call him Maceo.
And then he said stop doing that, and then we couldn't because it was stuck in our head.
Yeah. It's Maceo.
Maceo.
And I used to call him Maceo, and he never corrected me. He says he did, but I swear to God, he never corrected me. And then one day he's like, it's Maceo.
And then we were like, we're going to forget that.
But I've been getting it good, but now you just completely blew my mind. Now I'm going to start saying Maceo again.
Yeah, Nextel Chirp Maceo. Man, that's crazy.
Wow.
Hit me on my Nextel Chirp. Remember that song?
Yeah. And then Hit Me on My Metro came out. And then
crazy.
Oh, man.
Good times.
Rabbit hole.
Yeah, so he said, I've had this song for like 3 years now. Jai Reynolds mixed it and mastered it. We kind of stopped working on it while working on other records. It's different from the other stuff and more of an experiment to show myself I can do fluffy R&B. Okay.
Okay.
If I really wanted to, but I don't want to. It's just marketable as fuck. Okay. Well, let's check it out. This track's called Worldwide. Worldwide Master 4.
Thanks for hanging out in the end.
Yeah. Just know you mean the world
to me. Caught up. What song is that? This song reminds me
Interpolation.
Get caught up. Is J-Lo? Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes.
The chat is on it tonight, huh?
You mean the world to me. You mean the world to me. You mean the world to me. What can I do to show you that my love's for real? How can I show you? How can I show you? What can I do? It's a big fight. My love is all for you.
I can't. I can't. Tell me. I can make it go red when you leave. I can make it sound blue. Tell me what you want to do. I can't. Tell me. Tell me. I can make it go red when you leave. Like it ain't nothing. I can make it go red when you leave. Say what you want to do. I can make the sky red, baby. I can make the town blue.
Alright. That was Maseo, track called Worldwide. I'm gonna let you guys take it away. Uh-oh. It wants me to install the new Windows update. No! No.
Man, I mean, he can definitely sing. I mean, it's a good track. I mean, it's definitely a good track. If we're critiquing it, it's like, yeah, it has, like I said before, it has a lot more going for it than not. I think he can definitely sing. I don't know. I think my only critique would be to just because the music was very eventful, right? And then he was very eventful, right? So I think you have to find those pockets and where the music ain't so eventful to where you can be more eventful. And then on the flip side, find out the vice versa, because I think at sometimes it was just the music was doing a lot and he was doing a lot. So it was like everything was going
combined.
Yeah, it was like,
and it
whoa.
just turned into almost white noise.
Yeah, it was like, whoa, like too much going on. So you have to complement the track and the track has to complement you. So whenever you have the track, you hear solo stuff going on in the background, I think dial back your vocal performance, let the music do its thing, and then vice versa. When the music is chill, then you can do more. But I believe there was just a lot of competition going on between the vocals and the music, and that will be really my only critique. Other than that, yeah, I would say just kind of watch it. I won't say you were pitchy, but I say just kind of. I think you're a good singer, but somebody said like you're falsetto. Like I think when you started doing some of that stuff, it got maybe a little bit pitchy. So I don't know, but I don't. That may be your artistic expression. So I don't really want to tell nobody how to sing, but I think there was some opportunities there as well. But overall, great track. Probably one of my best tracks that I heard tonight for sure.
All right,
interesting. I think that when it got loud and big, I think that some of that stuff was like, it was very much close to the center. Like I don't feel like it was fully panned.
Yeah.
And I feel like that could have helped, like kind of what you're saying.
Yeah.
When it got loud, everything got loud because it was all like
jammed
into the
for
center.
sure,
yeah.
for sure.
And then Nick pointed out like the highs could have been, there could have been some balance in there. And I feel like maybe it was like the second verse, like in the verse there was some. I feel like the entire key of the second verse, I feel like was wrong. But yeah, mostly just the panning thing that got to me. When it got big, it could have also gotten really wide. So yeah.
All right. Well, it's about that time, my man.
I got to slide, man.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Right.
So,
but hey, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for having me on
no
too.
doubt, man. We haven't announced this on the chat in the stream yet, but we are going to start a pure interview series.
Oh, sweet.
Where it's like a sit down.
Oh,
and it's
sweet.
Done in post production and stuff.
But
I want to get you back on where it's straight. We're talking.
Man, we got so much to talk about. We got so much to talk about, bro.
And I really appreciate you coming blessing the stream with us and. Well, we set it up like 3 weeks ago or something like that.
Yeah. I saw you at a award show and I took a picture. You're like, you should have came through. I'm like, I ain't know how you know me. I play the background these days, but I appreciate the invite. Whenever you start the interview show, man.
Yeah, we're looking at starting them next year, starting to call people out.
Next year in 2 weeks. Next year.
Yeah. No, it's going to happen fast. We're going to be like, hey, we want to set it up this day. Here's going to be the location. Can you do such this day, or this day? And then it'll be more documentary style, so it might be like Vice. So we go for a walk in the park and I'll be like, so tell me about your sad times.
I can help produce it too because I just did a documentary.
Okay,
that's
cool.
Yeah, I can help with some of that filming and stuff.
All right, but yeah, man. Again, I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
It's nothing but love. Again, this is Alicio. Alicio Way is at Alicio Way in the chat room. I'm going to write it in there again. And guys, he said something.
I love you all, man. I love you all.
He said if y'all take a picture of the stream or something like
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna do a photo op for the stream. Y'all take a picture of the stream or screenshot it at me at Alicia Way, and I will definitely follow you back and reshare it. So, photo op.
All right. Okay.
This is your chance.
We're gonna play music in the background.
All right. If you ain't get it, you're too slow. All right. Love y'all, man. Well, I'll catch y'all in the next one.
All right, for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna get up. But the stream is not over. Anybody who's thinking
Just
or guessing.
hang out.
Yeah, we still got a lot of people.
We have a
Let me.
fuck ton of submissions.
We still got a lot of people to get to, and we still got a lot of reviewing to do and hanging out. Oh yeah, every time I get up from here, my knees are like broken. Yeah, my knees are like broken. Okay, so Kim, if you can show them out the front, that would be great. That front. Yep. That would be great. Again, thank y'all so much.
Yes, thank you.
That was great. So again, make sure you guys follow him, take the picture, do all that good stuff, get the repost. Again, this man is a legend, and I'm glad he came and blessed us.
I haven't seen Just Viz.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I asked for a roll call in the
Yeah.
chat room. I don't think anybody responded.
Some people.
Oh, some did.
Yep.
Let's see. Big E. Okay, I got Big E here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put here on that. I've seen No Soul, Mad Feelings. I see Baywana.
Mm-hmm.
Zay, I saw Zay.
Yeah, Zay was here.
JVS. So JVS is here. I haven't seen the Bliss. Oh, there he is. There's the
the
Bliss.
perfect time, the Bliss.
Yeah. Nan's
Nan
still
says
here.
he's
I know he said he
driving.
was going for a drive, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that he's here.
Okay.
Justin McVizzle face. I'm gonna put MIA for now.
For now.
Not my lover. What is? Okay. So if Justin McVizzle face isn't here, we're gonna go with JVS or JV. Now I guess he dropped the world versus the world or whatever.
It's
I think
just
he's
J-verse.
He's just University. He sent over Stranger Things 3.
Dang, are we there already? I thought we were
Yeah.
just on 1.
Jesus Christ.
I think we skipped 2. Actually, I remember 2.
I think it was Stranger Things. I think there was a Stranger Things 2.
Yeah.
And now we're on Stranger Things 3. So
Are you gonna make them into one whole song?
I don't know. Gizmo says, I do that same shit, man. Driving is a great way to ease the mind. Yeah.
He's not wrong.
All right, so let's check this out. Stranger Things 3 by JV or JVS The World or Jalen Varsity or Junior Varsity. Here we go.
Jalen Varsity.
I can't feel right now. I feel like I'm falling. I can't feel not now. I feel like I'm soaring. And lately I've been seeing stranger things. I'm trying to live my life for better days. And lately I've been feeling stranger things. I'm trying to see my life for better days. I will win right now. Pass me the plane, I'm touring. I will score right now. Pass me the ball, I'm scoring. And all my friends are watching Stranger Things. I really hope that Dustin is okay.
What's up, Upholster? What's going on?
And all my friends are watching Stranger Things. I really hope that Eddie is okay. I can't feel right now. I feel like I'm falling. I can't feel, not now. I feel like I'm soaring now. And lately I've been seeing stranger things. I'm trying to live my life for better days. And lately I've been feeling stranger things. I'm trying to see my life for better days. And all my friends are watching stranger things. I really hope that Dustin is okay. And all my friends are seeing stranger things. I really hope that Eddie is okay.
SoundCloud editing.
Yep, it was just going to cut off, so I, I did it first. All right. Alex.
I really hope that Eddie is okay.
I don't know anything about Stranger Things.
Well,
I watched the first season and I was like, I'm not watching any more of this.
Michigas, fuck this shit.
I don't know. I just have a thing about like adolescent movies. Like they piss me off.
These damn kids.
Yeah.
And they're monsters.
Because I'm like, it all boils down to them just being horny and not knowing how to deal with stuff.
They're too young for it.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I watched the first season. And I was like, he just wants to have, like, why? Like literally almost everything that was happening. I was like, why? You just met this person. But yeah,
that just showed up out of nowhere. I feel like when it comes to JV, I feel like his level of production, like that was a clean vocal chain. Like some of the things that were going on were really interesting. It's always ever now just like the performance but I feel like even that's like getting a little bit better. But I will say like the sound feels a little bit better.
I don't know. It sounds just like everything else to me. I'm not even, but it wasn't. This is one of those where I can just say it's not for me. I don't really have a critique for it.
You're not like, this is bullshit. And
Yeah,
this is all this stuff. It's just like, okay.
I don't. Yeah, I don't have anything to say that would be like, oh, do this better, do this. I don't have anything negative to say about it. I mean, saying it's not for me is not negative. That's just being real. It's not for me.
I feel like it's a promotion for him. Instead of getting a bag of shit about all the things, now it's just you've elevated to okay.
I don't know, but also the content Stranger Things I don't watch. So
right.
it's legitimately not for me. Like I don't
Okay.
get anything he was I don't know who Eddie is. Is Eddie somebody in Stranger Things?
In the new season, yeah.
And Maseo, Maseo, I'll break it down. So how you saying there ain't no horny shit. So in the first season, because that's the only one I watched, yes, they wanted to play D&D, but then he started playing favorites to that girl and doing all kinds of dumb shit for that girl. And the main reason why is because he didn't know why his penis was standing up every time she came around. And he was like backdooring his friends and everything, getting jealous. That's what it was. He didn't, and so yeah.
Hot take.
That's what it was, man. And then it just snowballs into now he's risking his life and getting other people killed for this person he just met. Am I wrong? That's why I was like, I can't watch this no more because it's like even if I was his friend, I'd be like, bro, you tripping.
Get your shit.
Y'all going in caves and portals and shit.
For this girl that you just met.
Y'all are tripping. Yo, the moment she would have went in that portal, I would have been like, damn, son.
That's too bad.
I hope somebody goes in there and finds her. Maybe we should call the police or something. Get some people who got technology to handle this supernatural event. I'm not going, hey, man, what she do for me that I'm fighting demons for her? Why am I risking that? My man literally saw that girl and was like, I'm gonna risk it all for her. My parents are dying. Everybody can die because I'm risking it all for her.
Fuck the city.
And then now Maseo, how you gonna tell me that's because he was not horny? I bet you if he would have blew a load, he would have been like, why am I going in this?
That is a mighty big portal that you're going into.
Why am I chasing this girl into a portal?
Oh, man. I got nothing to say.
Yeah, I mean, she flipped the whole truck over to save them. She killed the feds for them. Yeah, because she was horny. She didn't know what she was going through. That's what I'm saying. She didn't know what she was going through. I know he knew she had that superpower stuff. That's why he was very stuck on it, man. I'm telling you, he was like, I'm risking it all for this person I just met. She ain't even really speak to me correctly.
She doesn't know how to talk.
Exactly. Why was he ready to risk it all? And the whole time I'm watching the first season, in my head I'm like, why is he going so hard? all his homies is like, yo, bro,
Yo,
you tripping.
This is
His homies is riding bikes up mountains like, bro, you were tripping.
why are we following you?
Yeah, we trying to talk you out of it, but I'm not gonna let my dude go into this portal without me to try to snatch him out because he gonna get himself killed. But now I'm here thinking about it, and I'm like, bro, I just want to play D&D.
What happened to just playing D&D in
My
the
man
basement?
was trying to get plugged up, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's Stranger Things.
And that is season 1 recap according to John Q.
No, that's where my mind goes when I be like watching, and that's why I just be like, I can't do this. No, I don't care about them because I've broken it down to what the bottom line of it was.
Man should not go. He's gonna go in that portal. Man should not go into that portal.
No, he literally getting so many people killed, and it's like, bro, if you risk one, you save 1 million. Let the train go over that way. To save the whole town, but he was like, nah, the whole town going under.
So we're doing this.
Everybody dying.
And now season 5.
Yeah, it's not for me. All right, so we got any more to say about Stranger Things 3 by JV?
No, I think I said it.
All right.
Keep doing the vocal chain that you got. And now that I said it, the next song's gonna be hot garbage.
All right, the next song is The Bliss.
Oh no, but I meant the next JV song that gets submitted. Now that we've said officially, keep that vocal chain. Now that the words have been spoken, it's over.
All right, let's listen to this one by The Bliss.
Let's jump into 1,000 portals for some superpower. Yeah, okay.
This one's called Christmas Bells from a Black Man. I'm so interested.
This is The Bliss?
Yeah, he said, Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Christmas to you, too, even though his mass wasn't on this day. But what are we talking about? Nobody knows about paganism. All right. I'm going to say the same thing I said the other week is follow Kaylin Ellis. Go on Reddit. Get sound packs.
Yeah.
Put them in the program or software you're using. Hopefully this is not a phone. And start with better sound samples. And that alone is going to take it to another level.
I feel like he's evolving. He's making progressions now.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's emotion. I mean, it's not mixed really or mastered. The drums could be in more stereo to make it wider, but I'm interested. It's a cool feel.
Let's keep playing some more. I think it's going to keep looping though.
Yeah.
I feel like this is Logic's drummer. Okay, he says it's on GarageBand on my iPad. Okay, that's why you don't have sounds.
Triggering your schizophrenia.
Yeah. So The Bliss, I think like, the next step for you would be using a PC, either Logic. Logic will be your easiest transition from GarageBand.
Yeah.
So if you get a Mac, get Logic with it, and then start going on Reddit. Right now, you can start finding Reddit threads with packs in them, sound packs in them and stuff like that you can save for when you get a computer, or if you already have a computer when you get Logic. And then, if you want to make that leap, there's Ableton, there's FL, whatever. I would say get the demos, start using them, see which one you like the better, watch some YouTube tutorials, and then go from there. Because once you have those sounds, you're going to be like, you're going to listen to these and be like, wow.
I mean, for The Bliss, I feel like the next step is Logic, because Ableton Gang. I feel like for The Bliss specifically, the next step is Logic, just because
it'll be an easier transition.
Easier transition too, and then like things like the drums where you can like put in the AI drummer and then be like, oh, make it more aggressive, make it like more jazzy, and then you can feel out how some of these riffs are. The other thing too is like, what is Logic's like $250, and then you can just download like a metric fuck ton of like sound
samples,
packs,
samples and loops.
Yeah, and then you can like I was tinkering with it the last couple days, and like there's layers to the samples, so you can make it. Even take a sample, you can make it not sound like a stock sample.
Yeah, you can change the key and all kind of stuff.
The whole shebang.
Put a bunch of effects on it.
Yeah.
And,
Very
Yeah.
impressive stuff. I'm dyed in the wool Pro Tools, but I will easily say Ableton, Logic, great for writing. Something to look into, man, because I feel like it's gonna up your game. Not that this is bad. I like the jazziness and kind of somebody said it triggers their schizophrenia, but
It reminds me of something that would be on Courage the Cowardly
right,
Dog.
exactly. But I don't. I feel like what I'm expecting is after that first like blump, 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 and then like 15 more layers need to come in and just like bump and just make it big and crazy.
Like some of these sound 16-bit.
Yeah.
And like they're not 8-bit, but I almost feel like if you did 8-bit and then went from 8-bit, you'll get like the Game Boy.
Right.
The Game Boy sound and whatever.
This could start with that 8-bit, like the sound, but almost like you're playing on a Game Boy.
Because it's almost like if you're working with these sounds that are not really great quality, it's almost like make it 8-bit. Make it not really
make
great
it purposefully.
quality.
Yeah.
Or make it with the idea of like, okay, this would be on Pokemon Red.
Right.
Or Pokemon Blue version.
Very much like Square
Verdant,
A, like
Forest or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times.
You got to Viridian City.
Yeah, Viridian Forest. Yeah, good times.
As I keep it going, it's weird and cool. Yeah, I mean, I could hear this as an 8-bit for sure.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. That'd be really cool for this.
Okay, so shouts out to the Bliss for that.
I think whether the Bliss knows it or not, he makes video game soundtracks.
He does not. Or maybe he does. Up next, I saw Zay was here.
Yeah,
so
I saw Zay
marked
not
him
too
as
long
here.
ago.
All right. So Zay sent over a track called Pay Me My Money. All right. And he says, wrote this for a sync opportunity. I feel like it's a vibe, but feedback is appreciated. Oh, what sync opportunity did you write it for? That's really interesting.
What he was thinking about.
Yeah, if you would share with the chat, how'd you find this sync opportunity, or did somebody reach out to you? If you don't mind, spreading knowledge is always a good thing to do. Because some people may want to know how to get sync opportunities.
There is a way to see the list. Unfortunately, Kim just hopped out for a little bit. I might.
Yeah,
be able,
it's very far away.
I might be able to transition it briefly.
I mean, yeah, you can transition it while I play Zay's thing. And turn your headphones up. You can hear it all the way over there. Or I can just wait for you to get back. The list right now isn't too crazy. Like I said, after Zay, we're going to have Baywana. And then we're going to have Gizmo, a.k.a. No Soul Mad Feelings. Then we got Inan, 7 a.m., Sam, I Am, Green Eggs and Ham. Techlix hasn't said anything. Joel's hasn't said anything. Space Jit we already did, so I'm going to put done on that. Big E is here, and then Zog is here. Zog just sends faces in the chat room, but we see you, Zog. Opposer, I haven't seen them in a bit.
Not too long ago, but just say something.
Yeah.
And TLT.
I haven't seen them in a bit either.
Yeah.
But yeah. So let's go with this one by Zay. Pay Me My Money. Let's check it out. It's an M4A.
I'm gonna transition this after.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled. I ain't patient like that. Patient like that. Excuse.
This is very Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, this is kind of really. It's very pop. It's very pop.
Wow.
And I'm not mad at it.
Shoot, let's start over it. Pay me my money. Stop acting like you don't know what you doing. Pay me my money.
My man has been networking directly with music directors. That is such a great thing that you are doing, by the way. Claps to you, man. I wonder how did you go on Reddit and find them? Did you look in song credits? Because we've been giving that advice on this stream for a few years now. It's like that is some major connections you can get, because you can have a whole career doing this. This sounds like it would be a one of those 411 pain kind of commercials.
Give me 1 second. Let me transition back.
But he says, I've been networking directly with music directors. They tell me what they're looking for based on the projects they're working on. Yep, that's exactly what they do. And they always need music, but you have to get in with them. They have to know you. If you blind submit to them, most of the time they won't get to it. But their job literally is to find music for scenes, and they will tell you what they're looking for. You send them a sample. If they like it, you can make thousands upon thousands of dollars, depending on your contract, depending on if you get one that's based on how long it runs, blah, 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 blah. But those are some Great people. LinkedIn, powerful tool for that. But make sure your LinkedIn looks very good. Make sure you follow people who are around them so that when you do, like when you message them, they're like, this is a complete stranger. This is a robot.
Yeah.
If they're like, okay, we have all these different people in common, maybe they'll, it's a needle in a haystack type of approach, but it's one of those that a lot of people don't do because they don't even know the name music director. And if you don't know the music director's name, they're always in the credits of any movie. Look up commercials and stuff like that. See, you can look up resumes of certain people, and you can go down a whole rabbit hole with that. So that is something I definitely suggest a lot of people do, especially if they make beats, jingles, whatever.
They know what they want.
Yeah.
Scum Gang 96. Are you on the ConsultQnA page? Go to twitch.tv/allmyhomies.
Yeah. Did we freeze or is it just?
We're good.
No. Okay.
It's just.
All right. Let's listen to more of the song.
Yeah.
My name, write the check in my name. My name, write the check in my name. My name, write the check in my name.
Yeah, it's one sub per person. Well, yeah, one submission per person.
Yeah, fool keep trying to play me like that, Oh, you, I can't trust your ass. Pay me my money. Stop acting like you don't know what you doing. Pay me my money. Write the check in my name. Write the check in my name. Write the check in my name. I don't wanna die young. I don't wanna miss today. I just wanna feel my pain. No one told me I could change, but I like that. Yo, pay attention. Stand so close and we dancing. I'm not thinking around you. I'm not thinking around you, around you, around you. I'm so different around you, around you, around you. Let me put my arms around you, around you, around you. Feel the music surround you, feel the music around you.
Notes.
What's up?
So I feel like the second half, when you went into the lower, quieter, and then the music actually did come up just a little bit. That mix was perfect. That mix was really good. The vocals sat, the music was around it. The beginning of the song, I felt like the vocals were way too loud, and they sat on top of, and everything vocal related was like very upfront in your face, and then the music kind of fell by the wayside. So it was like two different mixes on the same song. See if you can get the second half. Bring the vocals, like check your levels, use your meters, and try and get that first half to match what the second half was, and it will get the vocals. Pull those vocals back a little bit.
Cool.
And I think too, and this might be like a note. I feel like the vocals had a weird EQ resonance on them.
I think at the tail end of the first part, it was there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the room he was recording in or something like that, but it sounded like I heard the room.
Right. And it was like a mid-rangey like honk to it.
It was like, it sounded like it was the effect of a big room and in the microphone being turned up loud, and he pulls away from the mic when he does the loud
and
note,
it's like,
and it's catching the natural reverb.
Yep.
And then that has effects amplifying how loud that natural reverb was. My headphones fell, so I'm struggling. But yeah, that's what it sounded like to me at that particular
I heard
part.
that too. You're close with that, I think, with your like vocal EQ. You're close with it. I think just maybe focus on that and do, if you don't feel like your system's up to par, then do what I call mix by consensus, which is just take your mix and go into a whole bunch of different systems, laptops and cars and headphones, different headphones, stereos, play it, and then see what in general the theme is. If you get like one resonanty note on all of them, then that's a problem in the song. But if it changes notably on each system, then that is the system. Every system sounds different, and so the point is to just see what the consistent issues are. But other than that, like I think you got something cool here. Just needs a little love. That's all.
Yeah, cool. I do like it though. I really like the first half 4A. I could see the commercial with it now.
Yeah.
People jumping out windows, walking down the street. Pay me my money.
Pay me my money.
411 Pain is a referral service and blah, 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 blah. And you know the beats playing in the background. Everybody's dancing and stuff like that. Zombies are coming up out of the ground. Before I die, pay me my money. You know. So I think it's good. And so another thing when it comes to music directors, if they do not use the track, they will probably keep it in their archives.
Right.
And you never know. It could be 2-3 years down the road where they'll hit you up.
I know I got a song for that.
Yeah. So always, always, if you're hitting them up directly and working with them directly, keep contact. Even if like maybe a month later, hey, just checking in. You working on anything? You need any type of content? Anything? Blah, 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 blah. Keep that page. Always offer. Don't have your hand out.
Yeah.
Discord, no. So, Ashton, the way our submission thing works is it files the songs so we go in order. Sending links anywhere. Like, we do have a Discord, but sending links anywhere else, I do not have any of that stuff up. So, you will just get lost in transition. But you can go in our Discord and go to the feedback page if you want to get feedback from anybody else in our Discord. You just won't get it on the stream right now. Yeah, and the website is working, so I'm not sure what's going on on your end.
And Zay says, have your metadata get together. Yes, have your metadata. If you can learn how to do, if you guys want something, if you're putting yourself out there, it's called an ID3 tag, and you can find somewhere a thing called an ID3 tagger. That is what makes it so when you pull up like an MP3, it's got the picture, it's got the name of the song, and then if you actually go into the data of the file, it says who the producer is, what the year was, blah, 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 blah. That's called ID3 metadata. And you can put a lot of information on your audio file and use it essentially like a business card if you want.
Yeah, and I mean, when we talked about this, we stressed metadata. Yeah. And that's why there's a whole joke on this stream about me ranting about metadata and how important it is, and how everybody in the chat room was like, fuck your metadata.
Fuck your metadata.
Because they were trying to
buy the t-shirts.
They were trying to, again, act like I didn't know what I was talking about.
But poll source says poll source is here.
Yep. I already marked them as here.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, shouts out to Zay for that track. Up next, we're gonna have Baywana.
I like that track, by the way.
Sent over a track called "Not My Lover."
I especially like the end of that last track. That was a fun track. Thanks for submitting.
Yeah, but let's check this one out. It's called "Not My Lover" Master.
Ooh, a master. I
don't think Baywana has ever submitted before. So
no, they're
welcome.
New. They followed today.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Metadata before the drop. Here's a song. It's featuring Terrence Tyree and Crucial Cash.
Interesting.
Okay. I don't know who those are.
They were like, I'm new here. I didn't know that we could put comments and stuff. So welcome.
Oh, word. Yeah. Well,
they're learning.
Yeah. Welcome. First time though. I'm glad you're joining us.
Yep.
Glad you're submitting on your very first time watching us. Some people say we're scary.
It depends on how you feel.
Yep.
Hey, baby. Now, I got a question for you. And I know how y'all boys like to shoot or whatever, but stay in your bag. Now, I've been a good woman to you, Factor Cap. Been with you using SoundCloud, getting no views, holding down the homestead, and now that you getting money, you want to act like a dummy and trick up on these frauds for what? I'm more than enough. What you see isn't half of what you get with me. You get me? So tell me the truth. Who is this chick my girl seen you with?
Billie Jean is not my queen. She is not my lover. Billie Jean is not my queen. She don't mean a thing, no.
the whole like after he said she is not my that whole meow, it was so low. Like his main vocals are so loud that the meow was so low that I don't even think my ear hurt. Like it barely hurt. It sounded like if the cat, you know, when you're sleeping and you hear a cat outside your window and you're like,
what the fuck is that sound?
It's like, but yeah. Also, when there's a part like, you know, you were doing "She is not my lover, she is not my lover," and then at the next part it should have changed a little bit, but you kept using the same tone,
right?
And
or maybe like another layer,
and
just
then,
to beef it up.
Yeah, and then there's another instant. It's like some of these hits, it's like 2 milliseconds off. There is like it's like you're coming in before the hit, like just a millisecond or two before, to where it's like like it's not hitting correctly. That was a kiss. Your vocals are very like. Let's rewind a little bit so we can hear that.
My queen, she is not my lover. Billie Jean is not my queen. She gon' mean a thing, no. Billie Jean is not my queen. Oh no. Woo. Billie Jean is not my queen. She is not my lover. She is not my lover. She is not my. She is not my lover. Billie Jean don't mean a thing. Billie Jean is not my queen. Billie Jean.
Like you're hearing the vocal, but you could either do a low, you could do "She is not my lover."
Yeah.
You can go underneath, or you can even, if you can go higher than that.
Like
I
take
can't.
the note itself up. Yeah.
I can't go higher than that, but maybe if you could, or something like on that other part, because I think that will make it sound bigger, make it sound like it's getting grand and working towards something and being a big chorus.
Yeah.
It's not my queen.
Stay, you've been staying out late, and you missed our dinner date. You say you already ate, but didn't say what's on your plate. I know you tricking cause you acting strange. Used to give me bands, now I can't get a funky piece of change. You was popping, now you hella lame. We was cool, but damn, now it is not the same. I've been racking my brain trying to find out what the fuck it is you gotta lie about. I was born at night, but not last night. Could've kept it real, but now I have doubt. So I'm asking once just for clarity, and don't you dare say that you wanna marry me. Deny, 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 you a damn lie. I'm a whole meal, why you need a side?
Billie Jean is not my queen. She is not my lover. Billie Jean.
I really think it also needs some ooh,
Yeah.
like really, like it's disco. Get disco.
Yeah.
Like even with the girls verse, I don't know if Bay One is the girl or the boy, or if they're a group or something like that. But I think even like she's stacking in areas, but it's like I don't even know if you need to stack. Maybe just do ad-libs. Like you may not need to stack that word because it's the word on the hit.
Right.
And it's like I don't know, like it wasn't a word that was, it wasn't a phrase that was something you drive home.
Something that needed to be.
Yeah. It didn't need to be stacked because it was just like it wasn't.
Other than it just being on the beat.
Yeah. So it's like do some disco ad libs or some ooh, yeah, baby.
It's the voice for it, so it could work. Or even the guy could do it.
Bay One is the girl. Okay. Okay. I don't know if y'all was the group.
I mean,
or theys.
better than assuming.
Yeah. All right, let's listen to some more.
Okay.
And I need to refresh.
Google. I'm curious. I have some notes, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until the end.
Say, baby.
Here we go.
I really
Billie Jean don't mean a thing.
I really do like the beginning though. Like the poetry. Well, the what do they call it? A jive talking. Essentially, you was jive talking in the beginning. I love that.
Billie Jean is not my queen. Billie Jean is not my queen.
It's crucial. I'm just reaching my pinnacle. Arguing with you is not what I'm finna do.
And with him coming in doing that, I don't think he needed to do that. It's like either let the beat breathe. You don't have to do for that long.
Don't feel that need to fill that space.
That space didn't really need to be filled. Or you could have did some ooh, baby. how you feeling? And then it goes into his verse. Like the
like
it's
let it give it like a couple bars and then just let it do and then
fully go disco. Like
just own it.
The hey ho, like it was like that almost killed my vibe.
Gotcha.
Because I want to juke, I want to jive, I want to feel groovy. So I feel like in that part it could have been like he could have been like, hey baby, I'm outside. Let me speak to you for a second.
And then
or something like that. I don't know. Let's keep going.
Look, so baby, go on about your business. Insecurities is what we pull a kill switch. You wouldn't know real if it hit you in the brain. The realest you done had a history of them lanes. I guess I gotta suffer. Trust issues from your past trying to love you. So now you full of doubt. Without me, this home is really just a house full of doubt. You never believe a word coming out my mouth. But I don't get no money, baby, sitting on the couch. You program your own mind to think it's not you. It's always them, I guess you perfect who. You use the mirror for the makeup, but won't stare at the truth. Run away that every man that ever came on through. But baby, shame on you. Might not be a hoe, but still got a name on you.
I really like this dude rap. He reminds me of like Big Boy mixed with Andre 3000, which I mean, he reminds me of Outkast, but you know, he has that twang in the tone and stuff like that, and he is kind of going for like that. I mean, like you know, and I really like that flow for this song. It's just like when he came on, I felt like that displaces you from the song. Like it doesn't. That beginning that he was doing did not fit the character of the song.
Yeah. So make it a character.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely Outkast and Field Mob.
Yeah.
Shame on you. So now the only other woman that I'm fucking with is who you are when you ain't up on that other shit. For real.
Billie Jean is not my lover. I don't really even trust her. She expecting me to love her. She was just someone to call on.
It's fun.
And almost in this part, I don't even know if he should have did the Billie Jean is not my lover. He probably should have talked. Hey, Billie Jean. I just had to tell you now. You know I just had to call you and be real, Billie Jean. You are not my lover. I'm not fucking with you, Billie Jean. Billie Jean, I'm going to tell you this again. If I ever see you outside with somebody else and you're talking to me, Billie Jean, best believe that I'm not fucking with you. You is not my lover.
Boom.
Boom. Boom.
Yeah.
Like, make the set the tone, everything, you know.
Like own the... It's like you were saying the character, but like the song is like a story. It's like an act of a play.
And I feel
Just
like
own it.
she set it in motion with the beginning. And it's like I thought everybody was going to get into character. Well, because that was the beginning sets the tone.
Yeah. I will say, in terms of sound-wise, boy, a whole bunch of people just showed up. What's up, Shanae? What's up, Hogan? Nana's back. In terms of sound, I'm hearing a lot of upper mids that feel this is going to be super nerdy. It's basically very second harmonic rich, not necessarily third harmonic. I think actually the female vocals are way too third harmonic. It's giving hard S's, and it's very up in the highs. Typically we would say something like put a de-esser on it, but I think it stems from what piece of gear is in line, some sort of Pultec or some sort of compressor, third harmonic compressor. And then the guys are very second harmonic rich, but it's pushing those S's on them too. So a good fast way to get around that is to use a de-esser, but probably get them right. The whole of all the vocals feels very upward in the upward mids, and I feel like the guys could have very rich, like warm voices, and that would be EQing more. Bring in like maybe some like 200-300 range. Beware of it being muddy, but a little bit of 200-300, maybe up to 500, maybe even 700 for the guys, and then the female vocals could be like 1K oriented, because everything just kind of naturally feels overly harmonic-y, and it's giving very harsh S's and then very upward tilting vocals. Like there's some lacking warmth. And in a song like this, you would want that you would want that. So there.
All right.
Yeah.
So shouts out to Bay Wanna for that track. It's called Not My Lover.
Very
Bay
cool
Wanna,
track.
Bay Wanna is in the chat room. So if you guys like that or want to network or want to figure out where to find it,
Yep.
hit them up. They are in the chat room.
Feel free to submit some more. Every Wednesday we're here. As soon as it turns Wednesday, the submissions are open.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in seeing what else you got.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Especially if y'all are making that disco-ish sound a thing.
Yeah.
I would love to hear more.
For sure.
Is Gizmo still in the chat room? I haven't seen him in a while.
Gizmo.
If Gizmo isn't, I know Green Eggs and Ham is here. And then Big E. Is Big E still around? Zag is here. I don't know how to say his name. All right, Gizmo's still here. Gizmo sent over 2 songs, so we got to pick one.
I think he said play the second one.
Did he?
Gizmo, did you say play the second one?
Oh, he sent over one called Play This One.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Biggie is Gloom Formality.
Okay.
That's a cool name.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to...
You guys always do this shit to me.
Why? The rules have never changed. Gizmo's been in this chat room for about a year. Rules have never changed. Gizmo proceeds to always send multiple songs.
Send 15 songs.
And I'm
and
always...
say, play the 7.5 one.
He's like started at like 1 minute and 65 seconds. Play the third one. And it's like, just send the one. Start it where you want to listen.
Start it when it becomes Wednesday. Know what song you want to submit.
Yeah. But, all right, we're going to play this. We're going to listen to the song called Play This One by formerly known as Gizmo Snyder, formerly known as L95
Road.
Yeah.
Is now No Soul Mad Feelings.
Yes.
Which, that's okay.
He said, I made this song in like 30 minutes, including mixing and mastering. It's probably my best song. No auto-tune.
Ooh.
I'm Gizmo.
I am Gizmo.
All right. Let's check this one out. It's called Play This One. Hopefully that's a working title.
Vision closed on me, took a lot of L's. Took the L's. Good bitches turned to hoes on me, now I chase the wells.
So one thing I'm going to say in the beginning, since you have this vocal leading for 30 seconds, try to match your vocal quality with this. Try to match that vocal quality. Your vocals are much, much, much more thinner. So when you come in, it sounds like you just jacked the beat. And
I see what you're saying.
It doesn't sound authentic. It's like, somebody just recorded over this beat. So just practice. Just try to match the quality of those vocals.
Vision closed on me, took a lot of L's. Took the L's. Good bitches turned to hoes on me, now I chase the wells. G-O-D, tell me what the spell. What is spell? I've been lonely, God keep me in a hell. When the shots fired, I look the other way, I've been too tired. Just try and get a job, but they don't hire. So putting in the work, cause I'm too fired. You true liars, yeah. Money on my mind, so there is no time for family time. Most of life is filled with pain that I locked inside. Done a lot of things that I cannot reconcile. Need to clear my mind, the miles chewing through my tires. Used to wanna go to Cali, then I see the fires. Used to wanna go to heaven, then I drew God's ire. Say stay in your lane, but I don't know my aisle. Say call me back, but I'll never dial. Vision closed on me, took a lot of L's. Took the L's. Good bitches turned to hoes on me, now I chase the wells. G-O-D, tell me what the spell. What is spell? I've been lonely, God keep me in a hell. When the shots fired, I look the other way, I've been too tired. Just try and get a job, but they don't hire. So putting in the work, cause I'm too fired. You true liars, yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
So I guess that track is called Hell, not called Play This One.
He had to write that because he sent in so many submissions. I actually don't mind his I feel like his vocal chain's gotten better on it's less nasally and more.
I feel like he just changed his tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he did like a little singing area and it got very nasally.
Yeah.
Like it sounded like old Gizmo. Like this
Right.
sounds
This is like he's reinventing himself.
Yeah, it almost sounds like a mature Gizmo.
Yeah, I can. Okay.
A Gizmo who's not saying, "I get a bad bitch, I'm a savage, I'm a fucker like she's average." This sounds like mature Gizmo.
The lyrics that stuck with us the longest.
Yeah. So
yeah,
no soul, mad feelings is mature Gizmo Snyder.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can dig it.
Yeah, I mean, really, my only note was like just go back and try
Get
to.
it to like, is it volume levels or is it actually production wise? Like, get the EQ to match a little bit more.
Yeah, on his vocal, because I also feel like when he's doing, I don't know if it's the reverb. The reverb's very dusty.
Gotcha.
So it's there, and I don't know if that's making it sound like his vocals are being pulled back.
Right.
In the mix.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's that or maybe I think it is it sounds coated in something.
Okay.
And that something's pulling it back, as opposed to like how the vocals are in the beginning with the girl like chirping or whatever she's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got like a lot of highs tuned up.
Yeah, but
in the
still
very highs.
there's body in her vocals. I feel like he's missing body.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the reverb pulling that out.
Nick, thanks for hanging out, man. I'm sure we'll talk to you soon. If we don't, have a good holiday.
Yes, sir. Happy holidays to you. It is getting very close to that time, so
yeah.
I mean, do we want to finish up? Anything else you want to add for?
No, I would say Gizmo, like keep on this road that you've gone down on this particular song, even if it did only take you. Would you say 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, like keep down this road because I think that if you took this and then went further with it in terms of like polishing it, but like in terms of like delivery, in terms of like what you've established, this is a good sound.
I thoroughly like your voice.
He tell me what the spell, what is spell? I've been lonely, God keep me in a hell. When the shots fired, I look the other way, I've been too tired.
Like it sounds.
It's very. Yeah, there's some dust on. it.
I meant I like how his tone is sounding.
No,
like he sounds more mature.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't sound like he's. It doesn't. I don't know. I don't know what he did different. I don't know if he just went in there and he was like, I'm going to deliver this instead of I'm going to slur this.
It works.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt like he meant what he was saying.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Pretty cool.
Shouts out to him for that.
Pretty cool.
Green Eggs and Ham is still here. I ain't see him say anything.
Yeah, he said something not too long ago.
All right, he sent over something called Fantasy False. In parentheses, it says too late.
I took the auto-tune off and I was mad angry. Hey, if that's what it takes.
There it goes.
Yeah. I think honestly, dude, I think that now that you say the auto-tune, I think the auto-tune definitely was adding overtones that made you sound more nasally, and now you have a very natural sound. Green Eggs are busting. All right.
All right, so he says, this a phone song. We got one last phone song after this, and I'm gone for a bit to study Art of Logic Pro. I'm using this song as a reference to re-record with my new equipment. God bless Popeye's Spicy Chicken Sandwich, but at the same time, I share a mutual respect for the Chick-fil-A Spicy Chicken Sandwich. It's a tough one, but can never go wrong with them borscht buns. Did I get it right this time? Brioche? I never get it right. Brioche buns, Popeye's for life. Okay. I still have not had the Popeye's Spicy Chicken Sandwich.
I haven't either.
No.
I actually went out of my way to learn how to make the Chick-fil-A because I don't support the company.
True. Do we want to unpack that?
I mean, they're anti-everything, basically. They're a slowly growing, more extremist Christian-based thing, and it's like, I would rather just learn. I've been really into cooking lately, so I'm just learning.
So they potentially might move out to like Wyoming and create Chick-fil-A farms and have a bunch of people on.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're already doing it. Like it's a really unfortunate thing because they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna be real PC and move forward, and then they're like, also fuck the gays, and so everyone's like, well, excuse me, and
that chicken is good.
That chicken, yeah, and that's the problem. Like I know, like we have a really good group of friends, and it's a gay couple, and they are like, we shouldn't go to Chick-fil-A, but we're definitely going to Chick-fil-A. And I'm like, damn, that's like a tough thing to go to a company that openly doesn't like you.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so let's check this one out. It's called Fantasy False Too Late, and it's a WAV file, even though he made it on his phone.
Oh, dang.
Didn't know you could do that.
You could do that.
Fantasy false. No matter I fled to the enemy's arms. Better be off, energy pump. If I keep on blasting, I'm centrally calm. No matter resolve. Mental evolve. Can't put in action my mental resolve. Too late, too late. Gotta live a life that I made to the grave. Oh no. Too late, too late. I can run away from the guilt and the shame. I know. Would you even know I died?
Yo, AC, what's going on? Thank you for the follow, by the way. I
Yeah.
think you followed. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream.
To the dome, it's an override. They don't even know I'm alive. When I'm gone, they gon' act up on lies. Can't believe I'm jaded. Wanted what I can't be. Do it all, I'm favorite. Lose it all, I'm hated. Had to be done. Everybody wanting part of my sum. I got everything I made them believe. Now I got them in my hand and my dreams I made them believe.
This might be the best sounding phone song you've sent in. Like, for real, like all the other ones, you're like, damn, did you record this underneath? Yeah, like, did you record this with a plain window open and you're at 10,000 feet? But this one, it doesn't sound like, it's not good. It's not studio quality.
All the frequencies are wrong, but the clarity is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even the tones that he's doing. That's why it's like I know with him when he gets into the studio,
I mean,
it's going to be
he
fire.
Just got himself that origin. I'm really excited to see what comes of that.
Yeah. So I'm listening to this and just you're going to use this as a reference and go redo it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear what that sounds like.
Yeah, for sure.
Because this isn't. Like, it's not like I could never play this anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you showed this to somebody, it's like, hey, this is me. I'm an artist. They'll be like, you're the guy who goes and says I'm in the studio, but you're in your friend's closet. You're that guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you handed somebody that's what they would probably think and say. But us listening to it as a conceptual thing, it's like, okay, I'm more listening for the concept of the song you're doing, the different tones and harmonies. And I like that.
Yeah, for sure. Now it just needs to be the right frequencies.
Let's keep listening.
Yeah.
Too late. Pregnancy test came back with a slate. You gave me an option to follow mistake. Could've shook up the slate, but I just ran away. So the mental was gone with the physical state. Still good in process, the news took a break. Today you would've blown 10 candles on the cake. Made decisions for the best, but I guess it's too late. I couldn't tell you that I was evolved. You fell in love with a nigga that's
if you hit ! submit, that'll tell you how to submit. It's through our website. On Discord, you can put it in the feedback section for other people who are in our Discord to listen to it and give you feedback.
Fight conditions medically involved. I hit the line for the child and you couldn't stomach it. Picked up the pieces to heal and I picked up the piece that was loaded for me.
This is cool.
Yeah. Now imagine when it's like recorded. Like, even with the beats he's making, the beats are unique, and like what he's doing to them, it's like he literally. I don't want to say this. I'm not going to say it.
Say it.
No,
say it.
I was going to say, out of most of the people, when it comes to who has the most potential out of the stream or people who submit, I always feel it's him.
Yeah.
It's just he doesn't
Just
have
gotta get his shit together.
Yeah, he doesn't have the stuff. Like, he is literally like it's a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
Because literally everything sounds like it's buried underground.
To be honest, like I feel that way about so many people, and then every now and then they hit something. Like this one, we both can agree has a ton of potential, but it's just everything holding it back, which is the entire process of how the song was made. But it's exactly that. Like, I don't understand why some of the people that submit here, they just keep submitting. Like, we never see some of these songs again. And then we're just like, yo, I don't think you understand how much potential you've written. You just got to revisit and polish.
Well, good thing that this is a reference, and he already plans on it.
And he knows what he's doing. Yeah, for sure.
I really like the direction it's going. I also like. I mean, if he's making his own beats, I like what he's doing because nobody else. He literally has his own sound.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be like, oh, this is. I mean, I really hope he changes his name, but you're gonna be like, oh, this is Inan 7 a.m. I really hope he changes that name.
He's gonna make 40 songs, and then he's gonna be like name change and releasing every month.
Yeah,
he knows the plan.
But yeah, let's listen to some more.
All right.
Now I gotta reload because
the internet is being so bad right now.
Yeah, we got to pick a stopping point though.
Okay.
Who we want to stop on? I'll go back to the list and.
Came with the patience, doctor locked up in a chain link, nigga, we golden. How pain with the payments, find out you died with a good sting, funeral spoken. Addiction be crazy when life is an option and pleasure to plug with electrical outlets. Now I gotta look at the body that once had a child and your family gon' pick out your outfit. Too late, gotta live a life that I made to the grave, oh no. Too late, I can run away from the guilt and the shame, I know. Would you even know I died? Bullets to the dome, it's an override. They don't even know I'm alive. When I'm gone, they gon' act up on lies. I should've said keep it, but that's just a secret. I tell to myself to imagine a world you got all that you wanted, and I was a father and you would be well. A lie that I tell, reality that should've happened, but I was too selfish and wanting to better my health. Now you been dead, needle with the lead, arm tied junkie for the med coat red. She breaking my fantasy, oh. She breaking my fantasy, breaking it off.
Oh, he's gotten good making stuff on the phone because, like I said, this is the best phone one he sent. All the other ones really sound like he is at 10,000 feet with a blown out window. Like, oh, this is Captain Burger.
Breaking my fantasy falls. Breaking my fantasy falls. We were so distant, me and you, baby. We were so distant, hoping you missed this. It took some time to say goodbye. You took 2 lives and I had to pay the price. Too late, gotta live a life that I made to the grave, oh no. Too late, I can run away from the guilt and the shame, I know. Would you even know I died? Bullets to the dome, it's an override. They don't even know I'm alive. When I'm gone, they gon' act up on lies. She breaking my fantasy, oh. She breaking my fantasy, breaking it off. Breaking my energy, breaking my fantasy.
Fire. It is fire.
Like those little like at the end, like would come out so much with the right mic. But yeah, no, that ending, that structural build of all the harmonies going on was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's like, now imagine.
Yeah,
if it was done.
Imagine if you will.
For real. But I'm glad this is a great reference.
Yeah.
This is a great reference track.
For sure.
And when I think it will be a great song.
I think so.
Everything really you've done in it, all the structure, all the harmonies, perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, when you're in the studio, he's going to be like, I'm not used to hearing myself so clear.
so what
this
do I
sounds
do?
like trash.
He's going to go into heavy writer's block because now everything is too real.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just can't get the same sounds I had before.
If you could just like put an EQ and cut out the high end and then compress the shit out of it.
Yeah. All right. So who are we going to stop at? We going to stop at Zag?
Yeah,
Zog,
I feel like
Appolzer. Is Appolzer still here?
If he's whatever he says, I feel like that should be the ending.
All right. So let's go with Big E. Big E sent over 2 songs. He sent over Sakura and Destroy It All. Which one would you want to hear?
Sakura.
Sakura. All right. So he says Big E on SoundCloud, Gloom Formality on Twitch. That's his love letter.
Okay. He says play Sakura, so
all right, cool.
Nailed it. Oh, a Pulsar is here.
Pulsar. So we're going to end it with a Pulsar.
Okay.
Then.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks, you guys. There's a whole bunch of new people in here. We do this every Wednesday. Been producing for 6 months, yeah. And if you feel like you need some help on something, it's what we do as soon as it becomes Wednesday, wherever you are. Feel free to hop onto the website and submit, and then just be here. We start at 8, and then we start reviewing at 9.
Yep.
So
Eastern
Standard. Thank you.
Yep. And you can follow us on Instagram at ConsultQnA. That's where we post the reels and the funnies and the not so funnies and the different things that we're doing. If you want to follow us that way, I would suggest you do that because we're pretty cool people. You can also join our Discord. People are talking. We talk in there. We chat in there. The Discord, if you do !Discord, it should pop up in the chat room. You can join our Discord. There's a feedback thing. I don't review in that room. Maybe I should tell people I do and just not do it. But I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. Maybe I will selectively go in there and write a review.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
Yo, AC. Yeah. Like I said, as soon as it becomes Wednesday, you can submit. You kind of hit the back of the line today.
Yeah.
But and then Wahid is here.
Shouts out to Wahid in the building.
What's up?
All right, so we got this
Wahid,
track.
how was your show?
Let him know in the
Tell us.
I was there.
Yeah?
Yeah. So this is Sakura by Big E. Let's check it out.
All right.
I feel like the bass is making everything compete with it. I don't know why is it taking up so much frequency space?
It's because it's expanding into the lows, the low mids, and then into the mids.
Okay.
You could give it the lows, like you could put a little mid scoop on them, and that would kind of clarify them as solid lows, and then let their uppers, like just put a nice little dip right in the middle of them.
All right. I think this sounds very TikTok, like very current TikTok.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun.
Yeah.
SoundCloud ending.
Yeah. First thing, please don't end it like that. Please.
Long fade that shit.
In songs, fade it out. Drop instruments out. Let it just be the like. Give it an ending, please. Don't just cut it off. I don't know why it's such a SoundCloud thing. It just stops.
If you're gonna make it end just like that, end it with the sound of like a
echo,
like an accident, car accident, and then end of song. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. Outside of that, I just felt like everything is like at 0, probably 10, with a limiter on the master.
Yeah.
Everything's just turned up. Yeah.
The lows are nice. I feel like they're just like that. Like I said, you could put in EQ and find a spot. There's like a lot of lumpiness happening in like the low mids where some of the upper stuff is reaching down and some of the low stuff is reaching up, and there's this like area where they just kind of are like like a lot.
And I feel like he tried to remedy that by just turning it up.
Yeah. I
feel like
he
he
just
made
lazy.
He was like, let's make the bass here because the bass is going to be a body. He's in a studio or he's in his room and he has a sub. He's like, oh, I need that boom.
Yeah.
So he just turned it all the way up. And then in addition to that, he was like, well, I need to hear everything else. So I'm turning all of that up on top of it.
And then we'll turn the bass up a little bit more.
Yeah. It really sounds like he mixes it at a very loud volume.
Yeah. That very well could be. I think something that would I think it happened after compression. Yes, those two are mushing together because of compression. Something that might happen, something that might help you is if you take everything that isn't your very lows and upward compress them. So essentially just take all those tracks, whatever they're going out of, like whatever auxiliary. So if you got like your track and then it's going out to like its submix, so like all the sounds that make that go out into an auxiliary, and you can control that one sound with one fader. So what you can do is you can duplicate that auxiliary and then put a really heavy compressor on the duplicate and then pull it all the way down and start blending it up until you hear the tone change. That upward compression is going to make it so that way that stuff cuts a little bit more through the mix, and then that way your compressor, your mastering compressor, when it squishes everything, it doesn't kill everything. Like as soon as that bass hits, all like the do-do-do-do, it's just like I'm trying as hard as I can.
It does all get mushed together. Yeah, but very loudly.
Yeah, but very loudly. So loudness check. Everything else still working on it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a fun song. I would like to hear more. You got the other track. Maybe submit it next week. I'm really curious about it.
Yep. So, shouts out to Big E. Up next, we got, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, Zog. All right, he sent over a track called Soldier. He said it's a demo, so let's check this out. All right.
Zog. That picture's wild.
My darling, I made it. All things are vacant inside my soul, inside my heart, deep down inside, deep down inside.
Mans can sing. This is loud. This reminds me of Jesus. Who does this remind me of? This remind not Owl City. What's his name?
Who? Skrillex?
No. I just had
Nation.
No. I'm gonna keep listening though. You know that song that is the intro for the Arcane thing, the Dota?
Imagine Dragons?
Yes.
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 Oh, okay. I can see
yes.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very.
What's up, Rise of Power? How you doing, man?
I ain't want the smoke, but I'll get down with that hose and bar. I don't wanna choke, but that bitch keep getting overboard. And he drive the boat as he set up in his Kodak boy. Baton Rouge, I know I do. She's from Baton Rouge, I know I do. Yeah. He gon' let that pistol talk. I'ma hit him like
I think this is amazing. I just really feel the loudness is taking away. Like when that hit happened, it's just like there's no low end because it's so crammed in being forced through
I feel
speakers.
like this song could be so much better if it was just not slammed loud.
Jesus, like it's so like, and I really think that's a detriment to this song.
Like I really like it's a really interesting sound because it is like Imagine Dragons, but it's like with soul to it. It's got like some pain to it, and it's not just this processed like sound.
He should listen if you are mixing your own. Why can't I think of his name now? I'm gonna find it, but
good luck. Oh man,
I'm surprised he didn't pop up on my thing. What's his name? No. This is
tension is killing me.
It's going to kill me, but he does have one of the most popular videos on his channel, so I can definitely find it.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't sound like this on my end.
Oh. Well, speakers and stuff like that.
Yeah. I feel like it's just like on the SoundCloud link. Interesting. It's so loud.
Jacob Banks. I think when you mix, listen to Jacob Banks songs and use references for him, because this is the vibe I get.
Like a symphony, we walk the same inside the fire. I just need a little mercy, mercy on me.
You see how these hits actually have character and body, as opposed to this hit is just.
He gon' let that pistol talk. I'ma hit him like a sword. I ain't want this.
Everything is being lost.
Yeah.
Because it's just so loud. But I mean, we don't have to keep beating a dead horse when it comes to that. But Jacob Banks and whoever mixes his stuff, he's also a cool dude too. By the way, I met him before. We have a picture. Yeah, we have a picture together on my Instagram. But
I really like. I would really like to see, like, if you're saying it's SoundCloud, maybe send us if you've got something like the like print version of it. Or I mean, I'm looking at it and it's brick walled, so I'm just curious because I feel like there's something really cool here, and the only detriment is whatever the loudness is, whether it's the way that the song printed or the way that SoundCloud is playing it.
Because this song is amazing.
Yeah, this song's
you have an amazing voice and stuff. It's just too loud to listen to.
It's just so loud.
Like, I couldn't even enjoy it because it's like every time something hits, it's like I want to take my headphones off. It's like, damn,
I'm being threatened.
But then you go and then you listen to this, and this is like,
I could use a little mercy on me. I drank your holy water, liberty, your make-believe.
Every hit is like really ripping at your soul but it's not slapping you in the ears. It's just like, ooh.
I want to hear that out of this man. The Zog.
Yeah, I think Zog. If you don't know who Jacob Banks is, man, definitely listen to some Jacob Banks and yeah, man,
maybe
you're doing great.
Maybe I definitely want to hear more. Next time you upload, next Wednesday, if it is, send us the WAV version of it so we can see if it's SoundCloud fucking things up.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Thanks for submitting.
Yeah, for sure. I really like that sound. Last but not least, we got a Pulsar. Sent over a track called Finding You. Finding You Unfinished.wav.
He's honest.
Yep. Let's check this one out.
I feel like Twitch is just taking a shit right now.
I think it's the internet.
Yeah. Because in all of the messages.
I just waited 2 minutes and 25 seconds for
that?
that song
For
to drop.
that.
I'm not bad at it, but it was like it just constantly build and then build. It build up and then it went down just a little bit and then it built back up again to finally drop after 2 minutes and
man's riding roller
25
coasters.
seconds. That was a long build up. Like that was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I like it. I see exactly what you're saying.
I was actually very intrigued. Like I was
Yeah.
like, what more can he add to make
Yeah.
this sound like it's building up?
Yeah.
The keys literally kept going up. I don't know if it was semitones at that point.
Yeah.
Like it was like not. It was just. I was like, is he about to go up another key? with it? Like, what did he? Did he switch? Like, what did he? Is he +3 on his octave thing? Like at this point, like soon we're not even going to be able to hear it because it's going to be over 20K. It's going to be for dogs. No, it's over 20. It's only 20K.
This song appeals to everybody.
Then it'll just go blank.
It's just like, what are we listening to?
Oh, the whole song
the
is
entire
actually
song is
the whole
above
song's
20K.
actually at like 25 kilohertz.
Like
You didn't know that?
18.5K up to 24K.
It just goes silent. Silent.
Do you
for
hear
5.
like a hissing sound? All the bass is at like
The sounds
16K.
of radiation is what it'll start getting microwaves through it. Radiation. The song turns to radiation.
Hot. What happened to my headphones?
Gamma ray.
This man figured out how to make gamma ray bursts out of wave files.
The song still hasn't dropped yet.
And then just this man is dive bombing from 24K down to 10 hertz.
Oh my
I
God.
fucking love it. There's some really cool his producer's Bruce Banner. There's some really cool things going on that actually reminded me. It's a little bit more pop. It's a little bit more mainstream. There's an artist called Big Data. And what you do very much harkens to him because he writes very straightforward like beats and sounds, and then he gets really famous people to sing on it. But what he does is he just constantly adds like one little. Every time you expect like a snare on 3, the third time it comes around, he'll just go bloop instead of a snare or something like that. So it keeps you very interested by taking away your expectations, and there's something really cool to that. So keep doing things like that. Check out Big Data if you want. Again, it's not really the same type of music, but if you look at his production, you'll see little nuanced things that you're like, oh, I was expecting this, and then that time it was a bubble pop kind of sound.
In this situation, I almost feel like you don't need like there's no room for vocals. Like I think your build up, the stuff you're adding is enough.
Yeah.
And it's keeping me interested to where it's like I don't need the vocal aspect of it unless you do an area that is a real break from all those different instruments you added.
I feel like
and then that can still just be harmonic vocals.
Right, and that's what I was going to say. Like, if you then maybe vocoded and kept it in that electronic realm without actually being like, I'm a singer, you could just be like, wow, wow, through your vocals. That could be really cool, too, that you're playing in with the music instead of being a vocalist.
Because all I'm getting, like, for that whole build-up, I was getting, like, if this was a animated cartoon of somebody going to space.
Right.
Like, it's from the countdown to the launch, and then it gets to a point to where he's floating in space. But, it slows a little bit to show kind of like the weightlessness. Right. But then it just keeps on.
Keeps it, yeah.
And so that's why it's like, if you were going to do vocals, it could be like... like harmonic vocals or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I hear it. Lots of good ideas. You know, you were saying that you know your voice cracks. Maybe it doesn't have to be something that you sing on. Maybe it's something you could just make beautiful with your vocals. Fuck it, I'm gonna change my name to Piccolo from Dragon Balls. Nan is gonna be Piccolo from now on.
That's a terrible idea.
Thank you for the follow, Cadillacs 20K.
Yeah.
Even though I saw you make a post, link post.
Yeah.
Just hit ! Submit. But also, I think we're done for the day.
Oh, we definitely are. It's
Yeah.
about that time to wrap this up. And put
You
the
want to make it a
jacket
love
on.
song? I feel like looking at some vocoding, looking at some stuff that you can maintain in like an electro kind of feel, without suddenly breaking that wall of like inserting your like being a vocalist, and that way also too you don't have to worry about how your vocals, like if you crack or something like that, because vocals.
Yeah. Okay. It's been great.
We do this every Wednesday, 8:30 Eastern Standard.
Yeah.
As soon as it becomes Wednesday, you guys can submit at !submit. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's getting good. I'm gonna select a random song that
What
I
about
have,
my
just a random one.
Nandrum?
Yeah, I don't know.
My government Nandrum.
Let's select.
You can change it to Piccolo.
A random song out of
A random folder.
yeah, folder I ain't been in a while.
What about my government?
Let's do a random folder I ain't been in.
Oh,
in a
he's
while.
literally rando scrolling right now.
Yeah.
This is gonna be
Boom. No, hopes and dreams. No.
Ugh.
J Mac. Oh, Duncy vibe. I know which one that is. I don't want to. I have no idea what this song sounds like. So let's do this. All right, y'all. Been good.
Nan, you hung out to the end. Thank you.
Yep. We'll catch y'all later.
Yeah.
We're gonna get up out of here. Thank you guys again. Every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But when the moment it turns Wednesday for you, you can send in submissions, so you can mark your calendars or follow us on social media. And join the Discord because we do send notifications out in the Discord. We do post on our social media, which is at ConsultQnA.com. Next year, we got some things. We got March Madness coming up in March.
Yeah.
We softly announced it, but we are going to start it. Me and Alex are going to start an interview series, which will be all it won't be live or anything like that. Well, we're actually working on something. We're not ready to announce with that yet. But so far, what we are ready to announce is that we will be doing interview series that you'll be able to find on the YouTube.
Yeah.
And you'll find clips of it on our social media, and of course we'll post it in the Discord. But we'll be interviewing a lot of cool people, just like how we had Alicio here on the couch.
That was very cool. And tons of information to be pulled from that man.
Yep, like how we've had Brittany Elise on the couch because obviously we don't have enough time to really dig and dive deep into who they are and the knowledge and spread some of that knowledge. So those will be coming up, and there's the whole Pro Tools session thingy coming out too. Right?
Yeah. Eventually.
So keep it locked, everybody.
Yeah.
But
thanks for hanging out.
We're getting up out of here.
All right. Just shoot us an email. It's on the. You should be able to reach us through the email on the webpage. Let us know.